Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hello Harem podcast. I am your host, Alex Luby, and I'm joined, as always, by the horniest of homies to sail the seven seas, Mr. Anthony Luby, Luke Farnsworth.
I looked at the cat ball with the hat.
Oh, it's sticking to the tape. And Jonathan.
Blah, blah, horny.
So if you guys didn't believe us last episode, Jonathan did indeed turn into a gaff ball.
It sounds just like him. Blah, blah, horny.
It's a damn shame.
I wouldn't say so.
Nah, it's fine, I think.
It's a lot more quiet in here.
Well, that's mean.
He's not going to watch it. Who cares?
Yeah.
We can say whatever the hell we want about
it's
him
for
right
the
now.
viewers, you ass.
I do. I love the viewers, unlike our cat ball friend. Anywho.
All right. Let's see what happened during the week. Anything?
Two things. One is a bit of a story, so bear with me on that. The first one is kind of quick. So as you guys, I don't know if I mentioned it, but Jonathan pierced my ears like July 4th or something. It was around that time.
Was it July 4th?
I don't know. It was like that weekend or some shit. And everything was cool, and then I got a little lazy and stopped cleaning one of them, and she got infected. So it was like Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, Alex, can you look at the back of this piercing and try and loosen it, relieve some pressure, because it was a little swollen and red and stuff, as they do. And he's like, yeah, So he's trying to wiggle. He's like, you're just going to have to kind of like pull it out. So I do. It was fucking gross, man.
Yeah, that's just healing juice.
No,
it was infected.
It was infected as shit.
Like what?
What?
Like what did it look like?
White. It was pus.
All right.
Why does that bother you?
Yeah, I don't
we've
like
we've
that
already
word.
had a whole conversation
yeah.
about how he doesn't like that
I
word
don't
on the
like that word.
podcast.
You don't like pus?
Just stop. We don't need to go over what words I don't like.
You don't like moist?
No, I don't want to hear it.
You don't like moist?
He doesn't like moist.
No, I'm fine with moist.
Okay, what about scalp?
Moist. I don't like that word either.
Wait, which one? Scalp or scalpel?
The first one.
How can you say? So you can say scalpel, okay?
Yeah, because I
What if
think
you
of a
put a
knife when I think of
What
that.
about scalp?
No, I don't like that.
I added the ool at the end.
Ooh.
Scalp.
Scalpel.
When it's like
Scalp.
when I think of it in the context of someone's cranium, I don't like it. But if I think of like an Indian scalping
Okay.
someone, I can
I got you.
can do
Checkmate. Scalpel in someone's scalp. Double whammy.
that. Part 2, I don't like. I can't
Double
do it.
nay.
Super nay punch.
Anyway.
Anyway, it got infected, so I put in this dangly earring, and I like it a lot better. It's a lot easier to clean.
You should
The other ones they're huge. These ones, they're giant.
Yeah, they're massive.
Yeah, and it was really like tight on my ear when it first got put in. So
You should get rid of the cross. I don't like the crosses.
Why?
I don't know.
The cross makes you look like you're that kid you should avoid at high school.
I mean,
You look like the wannabe delinquent.
Yeah.
I
in
like
anime.
it.
Like-
I like
no, that's
it.
like the
Not even in
wannabe
anime. In
delinquent.
real life, he looks like the wannabe delinquent that everyone makes fun of.
That's.
No.
Jeez.
I just don't like crosses. I mean, if you want to wear it, sure, but I don't care.
What
for
would you
crosses.
have dangle? Like a fucking teacup?
I have feathers. There's feathers. Those are cooler.
Well, I'm not going to change it now. It needs to heal
Yeah,
again.
you're kind of stuck with it.
I like it. All right, fuck you.
All right,
Both of
that's
Fuck
what
you.
I'm saying.
Fuck you.
You don't have to change. I was just giving you a recommendation.
I wouldn't say it's a
As
recommendation, more so as an opinion.
It was half and half.
Dick.
Wait.
Anyway, part 2 of my my week. So a new guy started, right? New
jeez.
forklift guy. We've gone through a ton of them.
Oh, shit.
He's a nice guy overall. Nice guy in general. So as I'm like doing work, he'll help me out occasionally, and we just chat every now and again. And he's asking questions, and he's like, "So do you have a girlfriend?" And I'm like, "Nah." And this is like where it got. I don't want to say bad, but I'm now seen as a different person to this guy.
What did you say to this?
It isn't what I said. It's what I didn't say. So I say I don't have a girlfriend, and he's like, you're 23, you're going to go mess around with all the girls. He's like, yeah, that. I'm like, yeah, that's
That's me.
So
That's me.
he asked what I was doing that weekend. And what I was actually doing is we had a show that weekend, and we were doing the podcast. and I was gonna watch a lot of anime at night and draw, and that usual, like nothing out of the ordinary for me. And I didn't want to tell this guy that, so I didn't. I said I was going down to Columbus, and he's like, "So you're gonna go party and bar hop and pick up chicks?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's what I do. I'm that guy."
So now he sees you as that guy. Is that what you're getting at?
Yes.
Or did you fuck up somehow after making it this far?
That's totally how he sees me, as like this womanizer who's 23 and horny as fuck.
You're
not? Not at all. Well, I mean, I'm horny, but... So every time he talks to me, he's like, he always mentions picking up chicks and girls and all this stuff. And even, what did he say? He asked if I was going on the vacation. I'm like, oh, I want to go to Japan. And instead of like, oh, why do you want to go to Japan? He's like, you want to meet all the Asian chicks, right?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Everything revolves around girls with this guy.
So, yeah, I want to meet Asian chicks.
Is he like a creepy looking dude? Just say it blatantly.
Sure. Yeah, I would say so. I would say so.
Yeah, all right.
But he's always like, you're going to find a girl, and the girl you broke up with is going to be jealous. And I'm like, dude, I don't care about this shit right now. I'm like, I just want to bundle this and go back and leave this place.
I want to go home.
Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable.
So I told my buddy Kyle about this at work. He's like, that is not you at all. You are now a different person here. Like, God, I know.
I mean, at least
it's like, it's mildly annoying because it's this facade. I was going to say facade. That's not right. This facade I have to put on now in front of this guy of just like hey, yeah, I bar hop and do that. It's going to be, I'm going to have to work.
Does he work like right next to you? Like, is he in your area?
He's on a forklift, so he's all over the place. But when I have like a bundle, he usually comes over to help. And another thing, I think he might be mildly slow because I do things like you put 4 straps on him, and I'll do like left all the way to right, sort of like 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll be on the right side, and he'll be on the opposite. And there's a big divider in the center, so he'll like look at it, and I'm like, you're on the wrong side, buddy. So he goes around and I do it. And then he goes back over to the other side because I don't know. And then I'm like, I'm still on this side, man. You're just making this process a lot longer than
so you guys strap them together?
Yeah, but it's just annoying. It's going to get even more annoying. Because I'm not going to say like, sorry, dude, I lied to you about everything that I've said to you so far. Almost everything. I don't have a girlfriend. Well, he knows I don't. I'm like, I don't give a shit about girls right now. I do an anime podcast on the weekends. I don't go to bars. That's me, bud.
So here's the problem is that now that you're that, if you tell him that, you're just going to be the gay guy at the work. I can almost guarantee he will see you as the gay guy. I get made fun of
for being, I don't mind that. That's fine with me. That's
I
fine.
do at work. But
well, yeah,
you're gonna have to like search Reddit for like are that happen stories and just tell him those. Just so you have some like ammunition.
r/that happen. It's also all the fake stories. Yeah. And he's just like,
I was down in Columbus and all these chicks came up to me and everyone started clapping.
And I got free drinks for the rest of the night.
I tackled the robber.
Yeah, that was my weekend.
I got shot.
The cops gave me the key to the city.
Everyone clapped. Obama was there.
It was epic.
Obama was there. So you're just gonna have to like just on your phone, just keep it like a tab. Be like, oh, I just told new guy my crazy bar Columbus story with Obama. What's next week? Maybe me and Richard Nixon went on a plane ride or something.
Nixon's still alive, isn't he?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Bro, I think he's like old as fucking dirt, though.
I don't specifically care whether he's alive or not.
I don't either, but it's just interesting. Maybe.
He is dead. He was dead in 94.
Whoa.
I knew he was dead.
Oh god.
Isn't the oldest president what's his name?
Reagan?
No, it's not Reagan. Reagan's fucking dead.
Reagan's dead as fuck.
What's his name? It's on the tip of my tongue. Jimmy Carter.
I think it might be Jimmy Carter.
Well, let's find out.
He's like the oldest dude.
Jimmy
I saw a picture of him.
Carter.
I think it was Biden and his wife with, I believe to be Jimmy Carter and his wife.
He's 96 years old.
Gee.
What an old guy.
What an old bitch.
How old was H.W. Bush?
George H.W.
Yeah,
Herbert Walker.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
my man, Herbert Walker.
87.
He was
Man's
older.
Herbert Walker.
Is he 100?
He was 94.
Jimmy
Ooh,
Carter
I was
beat him.
Jimmy Carter's still alive.
I know, it's insane.
He's 96 and still alive. Herbert Walker's dead.
He's kicking.
Herbert Walker died. He died like this year, I think.
2018.
Really?
Yes.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, I'm looking at it right now.
What? I thought it was this year.
No.
I got your picture. I'm coming with you. Dear
like,
Maria, count me.
I was watching I was like on my phone and the news was on and it was just like in the background and for some reason the news had like him and it was like, oh, he died. I don't know why they were doing that.
And then like in parentheses it was like
2018. I'm thinking you might be a little wrong.
Blame I don't know who was on Today's Show.
I don't know, Marie
Callender, whatever her name is.
No, that's the microwave dinner.
Sorry, Hunger Man, I didn't mean to say another brand.
One quick last note. Last night I had a dream that I cut my hair and I got really sad. And I woke up and I was like, fuck, where's my hair?
Why?
Because I don't want to cut my hair. I want to grow it out. I want to be like Luke.
Why does everyone want to be like me?
Because you're cool.
Your hair is
My
pretty
life
tall.
sucks.
Well, your hair's cool.
Wait, just wait till you get to like where mine's at, where it's the most annoying thing.
Well, here's
you
the
look
thing.
like George
Like,
Washington.
You kind of do that on purpose. Like you can do something with it.
I don't know what to do though. Like,
Dude, just Google it. Like post on Reddit or say
I
like.
did use Googoo.
Then post on Reddit. Like
r/fuck my shit up.
yeah, say I look like George Washington. How can I not do this anymore?
Guys, I look like a founding father.
Guys, I look I'm about to cross the Delaware. Please help.
Yo, that'd be funny as fuck. Can you please do that?
And then some kid will be like, cross some bitches on your dick or something like that. You'll
I
get
don't
it.
want Reddit to make fun of me.
Dude.
Then don't get on Reddit.
Yeah.
Well, no, I just kind of shadow
We make
lurk.
fun of you every day.
Yeah, but
I think that's different. This is
with
us
Reddit.
making fun of him.
yeah.
I think it's different the way that we can be very direct and we know things about you, so we can pinpoint with accuracy something. They can't do that.
It's
So
all
harder
generic
with
blanket
us.
statements.
Yeah. You got it rougher
Dude,
with us.
yeah, but like I don't know. I feel weird doing that.
I
was
don't
thinking myself,
I don't
good
like
night.
getting made fun of people I don't know just because all of their fucking jokes and like making fun of you, they all suck. No one's funny when they make fun of people that they don't know.
Oh, I don't know, man. Have you been on our roast me?
I have. Some of those are funny.
Oh my god.
But you have to dig for a gold though.
A lot of the ones, like usually the top comment is like very blatant. It's not like super clever.
Yeah, it's not like a crazy yo mama
That's
joke.
what I'm saying. Like when you're on r/roast me, you got to dig for gold on those. But when you find it, you strike.
good
You
ones.
strike
There's
gold.
good ones.
But you have to dig through a bunch of like, oh, haha, your teeth look funny. Like, shit, you got me,
you
dude.
need to see a dentist.
Yeah,
That's
thanks.
all they'll say.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Nice.
I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do it. Maybe I'll just look online.
r/fuck my shit up.
That's a great subreddit.
I love that subreddit.
I love it so much.
How was your guys' weeks? What's going on in the realm of the boys?
Another week of unemployment, I guess. I don't know what you want from me.
I don't think anything really exciting happened for me.
Today, I put a new bumper on my car and helped my uncle work on my sister's van.
Well, you got a new bumper on your car?
Yeah, because my other bumper underneath the driver's side headlight was just like the clips broke on it.
Oh.
So it was just like flopping around like that. Nothing serious. Bumper would never fall off in a million years. Nothing bad was ever going to happen. My dad, for the past week and a half, kept saying, "You gotta get that fixed. Your bumper's gonna fall off." And I was like, "In what fucking universe is my bumper gonna fall?" We sat there. It didn't have a whole set of clips on one side. It still took us like 10 minutes to get the fucking bumper off.
Those are just dads being dads.
It's just my dad being a dumbass. I was so mad. I was like, "Shut the fuck up on my bumper." My sister literally doesn't have a car.
Yeah, she got in a wreck, didn't she?
Yeah, and with a parked car.
In a parking lot.
No, it wasn't. She only has she doesn't have full coverage.
Oh, I got you.
She's got liability, so we couldn't total it. But I was sitting there like, this thing's fucked up. And you're worried about my bumper going, She had to get new headlight, had to fix a bunch of wiring and shit in the inside and stuff like that. New radiator.
That's not epic.
No, it wasn't. It's like $1,600 a parts.
Fuck that.
She hit a parked car?
Uh-huh.
Whoa. Dude.
She's got to get a new windshield eventually. She's got to get new
sucks.
airbags put in.
I didn't even know you could do that. I thought
What,
like
put new airbags in?
I was under the impression that once the airbags went off, it was done. Like the car's done.
Once the airbags go off, it's considered totalable?
Totalable.
Totaled? I don't know the
It can be totaled.
Yeah,
It has
like
the
it had when
possibility.
when the airbags go off, insurance sees that as the car needs to be totaled because you can't fix airbags,
Mm-hmm.
so you just have to buy new ones and put it in. You usually go to like your car company.
You probably
car
just take it to a dealership. Yeah.
Manufacturer.
Dealership.
A dealership.
You take it to a dealership and they'll usually do it, but you have to pay dealership prices for all that.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
And my uncle's
Yeah.
like, I'm not doing that. You can take it to a dealership and do that. I was like, don't tell me, dude. I don't give a shit.
It's not my car.
If it was my car, A, I wouldn't have wrecked. And B, I don't give a fuck if I have airbags or not. If I'm dying, God's taking me out right then and there.
Yeah, if it's my time, it's my time. I'm
Dude,
not
for the
putting up a
longest
fight.
time, my car had a passenger airbag recall.
Here's the
I did-
thing.
I
That
didn't
was
get
a
it.
thing on my Cobalt.
I didn't
before
get it fixed for like 3
All right,
years.
All right, I'm going to stop you right there, Chief. Luke's point of view is fine. He's like, if it affects me, I don't give a fuck. That's your fucking passenger we're talking
I
about.
know, right?
Like, that's not you.
You know-
You'd be fine. You have an airbag. It's the unlucky person who's driving
My
with you that
passenger's-
gets shit on.
You know
face would
what's
smack
hilarious is
the
my
dash.
my 08 Cobalt had a recall for the driver and passenger airbags, and I said, "Oh, neat," and I threw it out.
That's what I
like,
did. I just threw the envelopes
I
out
was
for
like,
a while.
"Fuck it!" And then when my sister totaled my fucking Cobalt, the airbags didn't go off.
Really?
Which was safer because it wasn't a bad accident. She just destroyed my entire fucking front end and bent my frame to hell.
Dude.
But like, there was no like interior damage or anything. Like, she would have actually gotten hurt more if the airbags went off.
Look, your sister's really nice and all, but she's not
She
a good
fucking
driver.
sucks at driving.
She's not good.
I make fun of her, and now it's starting to stop being jokes. After it was my car it wasn't really her fault. She was getting like on the highway, and this woman in front of her was texting and driving,
Oh,
and it was raining, and she slammed on her brakes in front of my sister. And my sister, I blame my sister for fucking not hitting her brakes. She swerved instead. And instead of swerving into the, the median or fucking off to the side of the road, she swerved into traffic.
ooh.
I was like, what the fuck mentally is going through your head that you're like, oh man, I'm going to hit this guy into traffic. And then hit him, dude, on his way home with his brand new Jeep.
No.
Dude, like straight off the lot Jeep, she hit it.
That's what he gets
Wow.
for buying a Jeep.
And
Yeah.
I think it was a Jeep or it was like a Land Rover, Range Rover or something. It was something like, it was a big car.
It was a brand new car.
It was
and that's
fucking,
a lot of money.
she fucked it up. She fucked up that guy's car. Apparently, from what I've heard, when she hit the dude's car, she spun out, slammed into the median, and then spun the other way, basically off the road, or like almost off the highway. And these two dudes in a truck came over, and my sister's bawling because she just totaled my car.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, well, I'll go get your bumper. Dude runs out into traffic and grabs the bumper and runs back.
What a
I'm
champ.
like, first
Hey,
off,
got
he's a
your
champ.
bumper.
And they're like sitting there and they're like sitting with her and like, it's okay. It's all good. It could be worse for you. We just came back from our mom's funeral.
Ooh.
And I was like, why would you say that to a teenage girl crying because she just wrecked a car?
like,
Your idea is
I'm
like,
so sorry your mom died.
your idea is like, oh man, I know her cheer her up. I could tell her it could always be worse. Our mom just died. I was like, dude, what? That's
You don't
fucked
gotta
up.
counter sadness with sadness.
I was like, that is fucked up. My mom told me that and I laughed because I was like, that
is
is
funny.
the worst way to handle anything is to be like, yeah, our mom just died, so I guess your life could be worse.
That's good. That's a good one.
Before we move on, did you guys hear about the Everhood?
The what?
Do you know what it is?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Everhood of hitting that like button, commenting, and subscribing. It would really help us, and we would appreciate it a lot.
I can't be. I can't be mad at these things.
They're getting good.
No, because it promotes.
They're
us.
getting sneaky.
But fuck, I did not. I didn't even anticipate anything like that.
No, I didn't.
I had that one cooked up since like Wednesday.
Just letting it simmer.
All week I was like, ooh, Alex is going to think this one's good.
I liked it. I have two things. One of which is
You did it. Yep.
no, but I watched a video today about the Battleship North Carolina,
Mhm.
and apparently I learned a couple things from that video. One, it is the second highest grossing tourist attraction in all of North Carolina.
Huh.
Yeah,
Behind
goes-
what?
Yeah, like what's in front of it?
Oh,
Probably the beach, I think. I don't know, but
wait,
it's number 2.
Don't they have a theme park in North Carolina?
They do, yeah.
an
Because right when
amusement
we go
park?
through what city is it?
Wilmington?
I think it was through like right when you get into South Carolina. There's an amusement park.
It's
right on the
really
border.
close to South Carolina. It's
I think it's what the fuck is it?
I'm trying to think
North
of the city in North
Carolina.
Carolina. It's a
Wilmington?
big city. No.
Raleigh.
That's where North Carolina.
Raleigh, Charlotte.
Charlotte. Yeah, it's right by Charlotte. That amusement park is on
Are you
77.
sure?
Yeah, by 77 South.
Not
I thought it was
Carowinds.
like right. Yeah, Carowinds. That's what
Was
I'm
it
thinking of.
Carowinds?
I think it is.
That's the one you pass on 77, right as you're getting
Mhm.
into like South Carolina.
Is it in South Carolina?
What? Carowinds?
Yeah.
North Carolina?
Ah, I knew it.
Carowinds, North Carolina, Charlotte.
Where's the border of South Carolina?
Right there.
It's
right,
really
literally
close.
right next to it.
Yeah, it's really close. I figured
You
it was in
could
North Carolina.
probably consider it both if you didn't give a shit. I'm sure.
Oh shit!
It is both.
it
It's
is.
literally
It is.
both.
And you're right. It is like just outside of Charlotte.
Yeah, that's what I figured. But yeah, was really cool. They've invested over $23 million in restorations, and
Good.
they're going to continue like restorations. Remember when we went? They had that big like pool around it where they were draining the water.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what they're doing is they're doing that because the metal on the hull of the ship has been corroded so much it went from like 0.775 millimeters thick to 0.0125 millimeters thick or something like that. So it like super corroded. So they need to like basically redo the whole hull.
So what you're saying is we're gonna get her seaworthy and take her out.
We're
Maybe.
doing battle.
Maybe
We're going to
they
battle.
projected like it could be. It's supposed to be one of like the last surviving World War II battleships, or like just ships in general.
Well, we were on Yorktown and Laffey at least.
Yeah.
Well, Intrepid's still around.
We have to go to New York still. I saw
There's one.
There's some in Texas.
there's one in Texas. It's like I think it's the Alabama.
There's another one on the USS Missouri is in Virginia, I think.
We got to go.
I know. We need to go see him. We should
I
plan to-
actually
yeah. Missouri's
Check
in
that. Check that if it's
What?
in Virginia.
the USS Missouri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Because I
it
remember.
is, like, I'm down to go as hell.
Yeah.
Honolulu, Hawaii.
Oh, well, there's one in Virginia.
I know there's one in Virginia. It's not
The
Missouri.
Wisconsin. I think it's the Wisconsin.
I think it is the Wisconsin. Now that you're saying that. Yep, Norfolk, Virginia.
Yep. I knew it. We got to go see Missouri too.
We do have to go see Missouri. I'm fine with going to Hawaii.
How far?
Same.
How far is Norfolk from here?
Norfolk, Virginia.
7
like
or 8 hours.
8 hours, I think. I'll start from my house because fuck it, why not? Who gives a shit? 8.5 hours. So from here, probably around 8, maybe a little bit longer.
Low key thinking weekend trip.
It could
Down
be.
to
Yeah,
Virginia.
That wouldn't be a
that'd
bad
sweet.
one
No, not at all.
because then we're in Virginia at least, and it's pretty there.
Yeah, Virginia's really nice.
Right, it's damn near on the coast too.
And
well,
boat.
yeah, Norfolk's on the coast
Yeah, and
And
boat.
boat.
and a boat.
My aunt lives right outside Norfolk, I think, too.
And Emma.
Yeah.
I don't remember where the fuck that was. I don't think. No, I have no idea. It was not too far from Virginia Beach. It's like an hour from Virginia Beach.
Yeah. But she's in Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that was cool. Like seeing North Carolina. That's like the pride and joy of like all naval museum ships.
It was an
I guess.
awesome ship.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked
This dude got to
awesome.
fly his drone. I was pissed we couldn't.
We didn't ask.
We did. We
Oh
needed a
wait,
permit.
needed
yeah,
that
you
one
didn't
permit.
have your license.
Yeah, we needed a permit.
There is a new test thing you have to take in order to fly drones.
You need a
What
fucking-
is there?
It's the way they described it is you can't fail. It's what the goal of the test is to get you educated on drone rules. So
That's actually a cool way of doing it.
yeah.
Mhm.
So like you have to do it. You can't fail, and you get educated in like restrictions on drones.
Okay.
So you like learn what not to do instead of like you just guess and what you think, and then if you're wrong, you're like, oh man, I
And you
didn't
can
know that.
correct it, but you have to do it.
So
I think that's a good.
we should do that.
Yes.
Well, we have to do that.
Yeah, we
The
kinda
other
have
thing
to
we
now.
should do is get like certified to fly in places like that for like commercial use.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Yeah.
We should do that. That'd be awesome.
Anyway, I saw a video of New York City recently, actually, and Times Square was like empty.
Why?
COVID.
Again?
You know what's interesting?
Well, who's gonna go to New York City? They had the biggest. They were like the biggest epidemic center in America for a minute.
I don't know. I don't keep up with New York.
Well, like things here are pretty much normal, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
My sister went down to Texas, and they were like still kind of strict about COVID things, which I found very
Texas
weird.
was?
Yes, Texas. I thought that was
Texas
very
was
weird.
one of the few southern states that actually took it very serious.
Really?
They were also
Yeah.
like the first to like completely get rid of the mask mandate, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were first.
And it is like funny that you mentioned New York, because I mean, us in Ohio, I don't think about COVID stuff too much, other than like Japan. But like, yeah, I guess a lot of states are doing different stuff, so something to be weary of.
Yeah,
I
they
know-
all have their own rules.
Yeah, Maine was pretty strict
Strict.
about
Maine
it.
was really strict.
Which was weird because it's not a climate that the virus could really survive in.
It's not?
No. Coronavirus, or not coronavirus, COVID actually is very strict, I think, to like room temperature environments. Too hot or too cold, it's just the virus just dies basically.
Really?
And it was pretty chilly up there. Well, the first
day
The
was
first
freezing
day
as
was
fuck.
cold as hell
Freezing.
because we were wet.
Yeah, and it was windy as shit.
Let's make a correction. We were soaked from
Yeah.
head to
I mean,
toe.
it was generally colder.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it was like, it wasn't bad.
No, towards like the tail end of the trip, it was actually pretty like
was
moderate.
nice.
I still wish we could have gone up on the goddamn mountain.
So do
I know, I do too.
That's
That sucked.
disappointing.
It was closed. Decided to snow that one day.
I'm glad we didn't get up at 5 a.m. to go.
Yeah, that would have sucked.
I would have blown.
I would have been so
I don't think it
pissed.
was closed because of the snow. I think it was closed because
They were
Looks
doing
like
road
it was-
work.
Yeah, it looked like construction.
yeah,
Yeah.
and we were there out of season.
Yeah, but I got one more thing. I know I said I had two. This is involving the new Hololive EN Iris.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, a lot of indie VTubers are super pissed at her
For what?
Why?
for doing nothing. They are jealous because they think she had a handout, and they're super pissed because she got 283,000 Twitter followers in 2 days, and they still need to work to get whatever number they're at.
That number just kind of attributes to Hololive being so popular as a whole. Like, if anyone, a new member joins Hololive, of course they're going to like skyrocket in popularity.
but they're taking it out on Iris.
Especially for at least the first couple weeks.
Yeah,
You-
exactly.
like they died down pretty hard after
after 2020, honestly.
after it gets used to it.
Yeah,
You see, like, oh man, all right, they've been out for a little while. I don't really like them, and then you just stop watching or something like
yeah.
that.
I watched a video about it today, and there were a handful of EN VTubers who were just kind of like shitting on her, saying she's like backed by a multi-million-dollar corporation. She's taking it easy. Everyone in Hololive, once they join Hololive, they can work less. One guy even pointed out Gouda. He's like, Gouda used to make great content. Now that she joined Hololive, she only streams, and now she works half as hard as she used to.
The point is that they stream you fucking hate.
They stream a lot.
That's the
They
point.
do a lot.
Yeah, but I just find it stupid that these people are so. I mean, obviously, jealousy it's going to happen and everything. But these people are. I don't get why they're taking it down on her, because it's very obvious that every single like idol and talent in Hololive had a past career that was successful, and Iris is not out of that question. She had a past career that was successful. She did the groundwork that was required to get her where she is today, and people think she was like an overnight success.
Well, and also anybody can apply to be a Hololive.
Yeah, it's
person.
like
you don't.
Like
they don't
it's-
be like you like people.
We're sending you an invite. It's not Smash Bros.
Yeah,
They didn't
like
invite them
I'm
to the
sure
battle.
that happens. I think Miko was scouted by Hololive, but
Well, I'm
very-
sure they do scout at points, but
yeah,
like,
but like very rarely are you gonna have like. She's only like the second, if you want to call it second gen EN, but she applied like everyone else, and she was selected, and she had the criteria that fit, and now people are mad at her because she's popular and she's doing a good job.
Ah, shit. This person worked really hard and their fruits are really paying off.
Oh,
Fuck that. Fuck that guy.
You fucked up the community.
That's why Callie wrote like Off With Their Heads. The song's
It's literally
Yeah,
about
just
indie
people bitching
VTubers
at,
because
like,
they
VTubers.
fucking they were mad at her.
yeah.
They were
Yeah.
mad at her because something stupid. Who fucking knows?
Yeah, like I'm not mad
Probably
at
the same reason. Like
I think they
whoa.
actually it was the same reason. They said Callie
It-
was
it
lazy or
probably
something
was,
like that. I
yeah.
think it was actually like they called Callie.
I don't
lazy
get
and shit
that
like
either. Like, dude, they're probably working 10 times harder than they were in Hololive.
I was about
than
to
they
say,
were,
you're going to be like,
when they
oh,
were
Hololive
individual.
members are lazy. Do you see Corona? She sleeps 2 hours a night. Like,
Yeah, like, and
Like-
they don't only just stream, dude. They write music, they cover music.
they have lives
They have-
sometimes.
exactly. They have lives, they have obligations outside of that. They do like dancing, like lessons and stuff like that.
Like, it looks like they're having fun because they're having fun doing their work.
Right. You only see like 2 to 3 hours of their life every
And you don't even see
every
their
day.
life. You see a character they put on.
Exactly.
Oh, fuck them for being successful, man.
No,
Seriously.
dude.
Stupid fucking idiots.
They
That
just
pisses me off.
they're backed by a multi-million-dollar company. What the hell?
Well, yeah. If someone walked up to you and said, "Hey, we're a really popular company. We want you to do this. It'll make your life a lot better," and you go, "No,"
You'll make a lot of money. You'll have a lot of fun. You'll get to meet really nice people.
and then you go,
No.
"No."
No, fuck
Why
that,
would I?
man.
Fuck big business.
I'm for the little
Fuck
I'm
guy.
big
staying
pharma.
small.
Which, like, if people want to do that, I respect that just as much. But
I
if
don't.
you're,
Because look at Ollie. Ollie fucking streams with independent VTubers all the fucking
no,
time.
I'm not.
and shit
No,
like that.
no, I do respect people if they just want to remain small. Not everyone has the
No,
aspirations
I can.
to be like
I can
the big
respect
people.
that, but not when it's like I'm not doing it because fuck the big people.
Yeah, and if you're gonna stay small and then you're gonna shit on people who do take that opportunity, you can fuck off.
Or if you don't want to even apply to try to have the opportunity, then that's your fault.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
absolutely no room to talk.
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
I mean, like I said, if you want to become big to support little people, go for it.
Yeah, fucking do it.
Do it. That's fucking awesome. Ollie streams with independents all the time.
Yeah, it's awesome.
She collabs all the time, dude.
Mhm.
She did a chess stream with
She-
Sea Dog.
Dude, she killed it in chess.
Not against Sea Dog. She
No,
lost.
Sea Dog's literally like a pro.
He's
Yeah.
as good as fucking
He's like
chess.
a
insane.
or some shit. Yeah,
like,
she got her
kinda,
ass
like,
kicked.
On the tail end of this conversation, like that would be like us getting mad at Trash Taste Podcast.
Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them. They're backed by a multi-million-dollar
Yeah, all you guys start tweeting at Trash Taste Podcast that the Hello Harem Podcast fucking
Yeah.
hates them.
You know, I think
stupid overnight successors.
I watched this video from Trash Taste, like Kageki Anime Man and Sea Dog, were brought over to Japan by Kadokawa. I don't know if it was to make the podcast, but they were just brought over to Japan to do content stuff, which I thought was really cool.
Were they?
I saw it in a video that it was titled "Why Trash Taste is So Popular." The dude mentioned it in that video. I don't know if that's true, but that's what he said in the video.
I know Connor was brought over by someone.
Yo,
I don't know about
It's
everyone
like-
else.
Kadokawa is the big cheese, and then there's another company below Kadokawa, and then another company below the company below Kadokawa.
Big
Jesus
cheese.
Christ, that is a lot.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's like 3 companies, but like, they have a hand in Trash Taste Podcast. It wasn't just started
Just
by
by
those
them.
3.
Oh, okay.
Which
I
I thought-
actually I didn't know that at
I
all.
thought that was cool. Thought that was interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah, fuck them.
Hey,
Yeah.
Kadokawa, we're an anime podcast. Please help.
We're
Anyway,
gonna start sending hate letters to Trash Taste.
We're gonna write a really long, a lot of fucking tweets.
A lot of
A lot
them.
A lot of tweets.
Big tweet threads
big tweet
about
threads.
how much we hate everyone in the Trash Taste
because they're popular,
Yeah.
because they're funded by a multi-million-dollar company,
corporation.
and we work our tails off.
and we don't get shit.
Oh, that just puts the icing on the cake,
Doesn't
knowing
it?
that. Yeah, that does. That's so funny. Fuck
Yeah.
Twitter.
Yeah,
Alright.
fuck Trash Taste.
Anyway,
I'm kidding. I don't hate them.
no, they're great.
all right, my anime of the week. Burn the Witch, 50% off pantsu. You gotta watch it to get it.
I thought it'd been really funny if I took your thunder and just said what the name was.
Yeah, that was my oopsie. Oh, it's on my phone. We were getting ready to start up, but fuck me, sideways.
I just set them up.
I know.
Did.
That was pretty clever. But that was my oopsie. I said the name of the anime before we started, and
All right, before you get
there
into
you
it,
go.
I want to know about the blonde character with the ponytails, pigtails.
So here is what Burn the Witch is about. It is a 3-episode show, about 25 minutes each. So essentially like an hour and a half movie. It was written from like a newspaper, comic, manga type thing, and it was turned into an anime, which I thought was super fucking cool. Anyway, the show takes place in London, and there are 2 Londons. There is regular London and reverse London. In reverse London, there are like dragons, and the people in reverse London can see the dragons, but in normal London, you can't. So it takes place mainly in reverse London, where the main girl, Ninny, she's the blonde one, and
Okay.
the other witch girl, Noelle, they work for a company called Wingbind, and they work to like get rid of dragons and keep them out of the city. It's like a pest control for dragons.
Okay, so they're like Terminex.
Yeah, they're big.
But they're hot.
Yeah, they are. And basically, the story is just them getting rid of the dragons. And big dragon appears. You know, there's a whole dilemma with a bunch of stuff happening. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but it is very good. I 100% do recommend it. It's a quick watch. It was really interesting, really cool story. The animation looks great. The characters are awesome. There's a little poofball dog thing that's a dragon, and he's pretty epic. He has one line, and he says it twice. And he says, "Show me."
Don't spoil it.
It's not a fucking spoiler. It is
Okay,
not a
all
spoiler.
right.
He says, "Show me your panties," twice. That's it. That's
Like aggressively.
No, it's like cute in a cute way. I don't know if you can come off as cute by saying that. Anyway, I do recommend the show. It is super awesome. Quick watch. Ninny is poggers. Noelle is poggers. It's a good show. Also,
I was under the impression that it was like a full length movie.
Well, it is.
It is.
I know,
It's just
but
broken
I
into
didn't
3
know it was
episodes.
broken up. I thought it was just one
Oh,
thingy.
Yeah, it's a very good watch. I watched it in a night. I do recommend Burn the Witch.
Well, Luke, after I watch Amagi Brilliant Park, I think I know what I'm watching.
I'm going to give this like 9
Do poof balls, dragons.
poofball dragons out of 10.
Pervert poof ball dragons.
Pervert poofball dragons out of 10.
PPBD.
PPBD.
Pervert Poofball Dragons.
It's a good acronym.
What else could PPBD sounds like a weird sex thing?
No, it sounds like a disease like COPD.
Oh yeah.
PPBD.
Do you like imagine this commercial? Do you suffer from PPBD? You might be compensated for legal liability. Blah blah blah.
Those affected by polypapilloma-Barian disease.
Contact 1-800-PPB now for your free legal consultation.
We purposefully leave the D off because we'll give that to you later.
In the bill. Get fucked, poor people.
And anyone living in the U.S.
I'm just saying.
Yep.
How interested are you guys in the weird science shit that I was talking about earlier?
What?
The weird thing Google did and the electromagnetics discovery from last week?
Oh,
Can you expand on that because
Which one, electromagnetics?
Both.
Okay.
Both.
So, for those of you that don't know, last week actually, it was theorized and discovered that electromagnetics are actually part of space-time, like related to space-time. So, to put that in perspective, you know how anything requires a medium to exist?
Yes.
So, like, you can't have electricity go from one to the other without a medium in between.
Yeah.
Electromagnetics can exist anywhere, no matter what. So, in the middle of space, you could have electromagnetic waves and shit like that. So, they've determined that it is. I'm trying to remember the article from RIP because I doubt I can fucking find it again. It's some weird thing where, like, because of how electromagnetics works, and I actually understood like almost all the article because I've taken classes on it, so I knew what equations they were talking about and everything. Based off of certain equations, it's found that you can actually relate electromagnetics directly to space-time, which means that they are a property of space-time, which means that we're closer to time travel.
Whoa.
So I've thought about this before. Say all that pans out and someone discovers how to travel through time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like everything else aside, it's like you can travel from here to here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think like be able to use that?
Big Pharma.
Fuck Big Pharma.
That was a meme.
Oh, I think I found
That was
I
amazing.
found the exact. I actually just found the whole thing. It has to do with a bunch of linear partial differential equations, which are what's known as Maxwell's equations. Don't worry about it. These are just big words. I know what they mean. But so anyway, I'll dumb it down as best I can. So I can't remember his first name, but a man by the name of Maxwell did a bunch of research on electromagnetism and things like that. And he discovered a whole series of equations that we use to define how they work, known as Maxwell's equations.
Mm-hmm.
They're,
I've heard that term.
he found some of them, but they're actually a compilation of other people's equations too. It's just like he used their equations and put definitions to what they were, basically. And they're a bunch of linear partial differential equations, which means that like all of these equations take place over time. So it's not like in basic algebra, you know how you have an x?
Yeah.
Well, imagine that x, but you're defining it over a course of like 2 hours. That's what a derivative would be. And so a differential equation is you're finding partial derivatives of all of the equations. It's a lot of math shit.
That's a lot, dude.
It's not very easy. I did
lot.
very simple differential equations and partial differential equations and things like that. It's not easy at all. So it's kind of like they just said, hey, you know what? It just works. So I guess it's just nonlinear. So it ends up working out that way. They relate it to like general relativity and things like that.
I was just about to say, man, this is like a huge discovery, like Einstein's theory of relativity.
They actually
That's
like related
insane.
it to it,
Really?
saying that general relativity is a generalized theory of nonlinear electromagnetism.
So how does this get us closer to time travel then?
Because we've actually found something that relates to space-time directly. Electromagnetism.
Wow. The thing that sucks is I don't think people really can comprehend how amazing that is. Because I can't. And to me, it's fucking amazing. But I can't comprehend it, because I know jack shit. But that is amazing.
Yeah, right here. Perhaps one could use superconducting coils and laser light to measure any deviations in the fabric of space-time. So we could figure out where space-time like fucks up. Which is where we'd be able to like cross over to different space-times.
Yo, let's
Like a
go.
multiverse?
It could lead to multiverse theory being proven.
Do you think that this could correlate with string theory?
Yeah. No, because string theory is a completely different thing, and I don't know anything about it.
Is it?
But it has nothing to do with electromagnetism. No one was thinking about electromagnetism when they created string theory and all those. We could actually, if this works the way that everyone thinks it's going to work, we could prove multiverse theory, though.
That'd be fucked, man.
Which is fucked up, right?
What if you could travel to another like
in
universe?
our lifetime?
Yeah.
That's fucked up, right?
That's weird.
That is.
So that was
is
last
weird.
week, and I was like, wow, that's a really big thing to just randomly come out of nowhere. Then this week, Google's like, hey, we made something that shouldn't exist.
Hey, Google.
So Google has a quantum computer, which, if you don't know, it uses quantum quirks in order to provide faster processing speeds. So if you look down at like atomic levels, you'll find like quarks inside of atoms and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's quantum physics. I don't know shit about it. It is like one of the hardest things to learn because you can't physically see any of it. It's kind of like how what I was doing was really hard for engineering, but like on a whole nother level of physics. It's just like, hey, this might be how it works. And that's how all of it is. It's just kind of like people guessing on how things would work. So they had a quantum computer, and it's the biggest quantum computer on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
And naturally, everyone's like, this is fucking useless because you can't use it for anything. There's no point in having it because what are you going to use it for? Like, oh, we can do big equations faster than other computers, and like
we can watch porn at light speed.
But like the reason that you build those computers is because there's very complex equations out there that you want solved, and most processors it takes like a long time for them to do. It was in a very reasonable amount of time. It was doing these super long complex equations. Whatever. They're like, everyone's like, yeah, cool, nice, good job, Google, nice job spending all your fucking money. Well, a few years ago, so I'm trying to think of how to lead into this because there's a lot that I'm gonna have to explain. So, do you guys know what thermodynamics is?
Roughly.
Like very roughly what it is.
Very roughly.
So there's a thing called equilibrium in thermodynamics, an equilibrium system.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when everything is basically equal with each other.
Okay.
And then there's non-equilibrium, which is like a whole new topic that's very recent has come out about systems that function, but none of it's equal. So when it comes to what Google did, there was a theory a few, I think like 2011, of a new phase of matter called time crystals. It has nothing to do with time, so I don't know why the fuck they called it that. But what they were is they were a non-equilibrium state of matter. So like solids have to have a minimum temperature that they can be sustained at.
Yeah.
So like I'll use ice as an example. Ice can only stay ice until it reaches 32 degrees Fahrenheit, where it'll melt. And then water can only stay until 120 degrees Fahrenheit, where it'll turn to steam. Or not 120, or like 200. 212. It's 100 Celsius. That's why I didn't remember. So there's those, and they have very stationary particles. My laptop has stationary particles. It has to stay so far to function.
Mm-hmm.
A time crystal has absolutely no bottom line. It's always changing without gaining energy. So like you have to put energy into ice to turn it to water, energy into water to turn it to steam, and then you have to take it away to turn them back, right?
Yeah.
It changes what its bottom line is basically without any energy. It uses no power to change whatever its bottom line
Between
is.
those three states of matter, or is
I
it like
don't.
a whole
It's a whole new state of matter, but its bottom line, like its bottom function line, is always it looks like this instead of like a flat line at one temperature or anything, or like any energy going in instead of it going like that, it goes like that.
So what does this have to do with the quantum computer?
The quantum computer at Google accidentally made a time crystal.
No, it did not.
Oh shit, boss, I fucked up.
A completely theoretical state of matter that people were actually finding to be completely impossible to make. Google accidentally made one using their quantum computer.
Boss.
So like, okay, so they made a time crystal, a physical time crystal.
Yes.
How do you, dude? I have so many questions.
You can't ask me
really
any of
do
them.
too.
You can't ask me any of them.
Can we like hypothesize?
It's so new. No one knew it would happen. You can hypothesize all you want. No one
Let's
fucking
do it.
expected
Maybe Luke's gonna get a fucking Nobel Prize.
So like the big thing that they did to test if it was an actual time crystal is you shine a laser at it, and if it absorbs the energy and changes, then yeah, it's not a time crystal.
Yeah.
They shined the laser, it didn't absorb any of the energy, and it was changing like consistently. It just didn't absorb any external energy at all, and it would still change and everything.
It's just, dude. Like,
I'm just thinking, like, okay, this hypothesis could be just so off base that I'll just look like an idiot.
But before you go in there, I think anything we hypothesize is going to make us look like idiots.
All right,
because this
perfect.
is insane.
So, in order to make, like, say, a car move, you need gasoline, and the gasoline goes boom, and the engine, it works, right?
Yeah.
So it needs a fuel source. My hypothesis is, what if you could use these crystals as a fuel source to where they don't need energy, but you can still produce power?
So you could harness the energy from it somehow.
Theoretically,
Essentially, like unlimited energy.
from what I was understanding that a time crystal is, it is basically infinite energy. Because it's always changing, and it always adds in. It always just basically changes energy without it adding or decreasing any of it. which is completely impossible based off of all known laws of physics.
Yeah. So it doesn't like
But they are
heat up or cool down.
Like the thing is Google's saying that they could use this to like update batteries even already. They're already theorizing what they could use these time crystals for.
So I could just buy a single
make
double
an engine
pack.
out of it.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you put it in an engine, you wouldn't have to use gasoline. That would basically eliminate fossil fuels.
It would 100% eliminate fossil fuels. You wouldn't have a use for them anymore. Because you have something that produces energy without... It just gives. It doesn't require anything else.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. We're going to space. We're not using rocket fuel. We're using time crystals.
I mean, I wonder if you could reach light speed with it. 'Cause
Yeah,
if you could
literally
just constantly
right here.
have it produce some sort of
Force thrust.
thrust,
I don't
yeah, just keep going. And you would just
Literally right here they
continuously-
say you evade the second law of thermodynamics. Like you just completely destroy it.
Wow.
And Google's like,
Google-
we made an oopsie, but I guess
Google's
this
out
is
here
cool.
breaking laws.
Yeah. Take them in.
Judas Priest, you know what to do.
I don't think Judas Priest did anything. They were the ones who were breaking the law.
So, breaking the
probably
law.
were. They probably were. They probably were.
But all right, I want to reiterate what I said earlier because I kind of explained it wrong.
okay.
So it has nothing to do with temperature, like my explanation. What it is they have a lowest energy permitted by ambient temperature for the atoms to be at.
So it's outside temperature?
Well, all temperature. You can't heat up something without having an ambient temperature increase. You can't add heat to a system without having heat on the outside.
Okay. I see what you mean.
So, like, it's more of, it has nothing to do with temperature. I was just using that as like an explanation of like phase shifts and things like how you add energy. Everything has a lowest energy that it can operate at, that it stays in equilibrium. So it's always out of equilibrium.
And that's energy because the atoms movement, right?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you can't, like, the reason you can't go from ice to liquid without doing anything if the temperature is low enough is because you're not adding new energy to the system to excite the atoms for them to move around more in a fluid form.
Yeah.
This thing just kind of does that. It just kind of says, hey, here's some energy. Oh, it's gone now.
So I want to be a gas today. Maybe tomorrow I'll be a solid and skip liquid.
Yeah, so like everybody's like, this was impossible. How the fuck did this happen?
It doesn't make any sense to me.
But isn't that crazy? Isn't that scary how far
That is scary.
science came in just
Dude,
2
that could
weeks?
cause a fucking war.
2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
In 2 weeks, science has gone farther than we ever imagined. And by accident.
You know, people think Star Wars is futuristic. They didn't time travel.
no,
They
Fuck
didn't
Star
have
Wars.
unlimited energy
they did.
either.
They did warp at light speed though, which is still impossible.
Yeah, but they
My
didn't
ass,
time
it's
travel.
impossible. We just got time crystals out of fucking computers.
All right, right now it is impossible for us to travel at the speed of light and live.
Humu.
Does that
now.
help you?
For now. Just
Because when
wait.
you warp at time speed, you have to deal with the distortion of space time and blah blah dumb shit.
I don't know. I don't think anything's impossible now that we're creating unlimited energy out of fucking computers. You know? Like fuck me, I guess.
I mean, granted, we have no clue how to use this.
No, we don't. But
It's just kind of here, but that's so fucking cool. I got really excited when I read that.
That's like some shit you find on an extraterrestrial aircraft.
that's what I'm saying.
Just imagine, like, you walk into like some UFO that crash landed. The little green men are dead. You're just like, I'm gonna go investigate.
All right, first of
Whoa,
all,
a time crystal. They're like, how the fuck
Yeah.
did you know what that is?
All right, Grays, Anthony.
There you
right?
go.
Happy Grays.
all right.
I believe in aliens. I just said green men because. But so you go in there UFO and you're like, whoa, this is crazy. Everything's how Bob Lazar described, and then you see this pink crystal glowing, and then it turns into a gas and a liquid, and it's just kind of doing its own shit. Like, I feel like that's just such on the brink of science fiction.
All this shit is on the brink of science. This shit is science fiction.
That's what I said. We are living in science fiction now.
Oh man,
This
that's
is fucked
crazy.
up.
Unlimited energy.
So yeah, I thought that was so cool. I'm a really big science nerd, especially when it comes to things like this. I'm very big into this kind of shit.
That's very interesting. That is very
That is.
interesting.
That's
the thing with
crazy.
electromagnetics and space-time, I get these on my Google cards. All like this is the kind of shit I get.
My Google card
love
still
Google
sucks.
cards.
But that's because you got to think. I used Google throughout my entire college career of looking up electromagnetics. Like,
Yeah.
It's fair that I get this shit.
Yeah,
But it's so fucking cool.
Yeah, how did I not see this on any like news articles? Or
I
anything?
didn't see it on Reddit or anything.
Probably because
No.
everyone was like, I don't know what that means.
Probably thought it was fucking fake.
Yeah,
Because
probably.
it sounds fake.
There's way too many news articles for this to be fake, though.
No,
I-
I believe
I
you.
just looked
I'm
it
just
up.
saying. It's
No, I
just
know.
one of
I'm saying
those
like it
things.
does sound fake as hell. It sounds super fake.
Yeah, it's like, oh, they're making a new Star Wars. Cool.
Hey, I see.
I love how they went with the name a time crystal.
It was theorized back in like 2012, and there
That
were
sounds
people.
evil.
There were like a lot of flaws with the theory too. They're like, this physically can't be possible. You guys just
I can
made
see
some
how,
shit
like-
up having fun.
Fuck, 9 years ago. Who would have thought?
It was basically like, you guys are just having fun now. Haha, dumbass
Yeah, you
scientists.
take your big computer and you go shove it up your ass,
hee.
Google.
And my favorite part was the article that I read on all of this. They were just like, well, we finally have a use for quantum computers. And I was like, that is so much shade. They're like,
Yeah,
Google.
like, come
They're
on.
like, yeah, Google, nice job with your 17 million, however much dollar fucking project. Now you have a use for it. I was like, damn, dude.
Google will be like, no time crystal for you, fucker.
But it is true. Quantum computers are completely useless except for now. Now they have a use.
They
No one
can
could
create-
figure out what the point of them was. Why would you need it?
Well, now we know. We can create time crystals with it
And have 10 tabs of Google Chrome open.
at once.
I don't know if it can support 10, maybe 9.
The time crystal doesn't have enough energy to support 10 Chrome tabs.
The quantum quarks are just like, "Ah." The qubits, sorry. Anyway, I just thought that was cool.
I think that's cool. I
back
think
to
that's cool.
back to stupid fucking anime.
Well, this would not be the Hello Harem podcast without your annual Olympics talk.
Oh,
oh
you're
gosh, more?
No, this isn't bad. This is not bad. It's actually really interesting. It's super cool.
Is it the vests some of the swimmers were wearing? Did you see
I
those?
don't know.
Did you see
I
those?
watched the
I'm trying.
100-meter free butterfly.
I was going to ask if
record
you
get
watched
broken.
swimming, Luke. I was going to ask that.
I'm not really watching the Olympics out of personal standpoint on them.
hmm
I just don't fuck with them right now. But like last weekend when I was at Andy's, I watched a lot of the swimming, and then my parents turned it on, so I was out getting my shoes on, and I watched a man literally break the 100-meter butterfly world record.
That's
He beat-
poggers.
Did Phelps do the 100 meter?
I think so.
So
I don't.
he
I
beat-
have no
Oh,
clue
okay,
which
so-
record,
okay.
but like I watched him beat it.
Uh-huh.
Like, yeah, if they're on, then I'll take a glance.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it was like Tokyo Olympics or whatever. It's always just the Olympics. If they're on, I take a glance.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I still like watching athletes perform crazy feats.
I do.
I do
think
I
that's
think
cool.
that's super impressive.
This is an athlete performing a crazy feat at an extremely young age. So, if you know, skateboarding was introduced into the Olympics very recently, which I thought was super awesome.
Mhm.
And the gold medalist who won is a 13-year-old girl from Japan named Momiji Nishiya. She won gold at 13 years old at the Olympics. I thought that was wild.
Fucking
I thought you had to
13-year-old.
be 15 to perform in the Olympics.
I have no idea about any requirements. I just thought that was dope as fuck.
That is really
13.
cool.
She's 13 years. You know what I was doing at 13 years old?
Jacking off.
I was learning how to change.
I was playing Call of Duty for probably 16 hours straight. I mean, I was getting nukes, so it totally pans out.
What the fuck?
I mean, I was getting nukes, so it totally pans out.
I mean, I was getting news. So
How many nukes do you think this girl's gotten?
dude,
Big fat donut.
Your confidence when you said that was just amazing.
I'm
I mean,
not-
I was getting nukes, so
I boast that. I'm proud. Anyway, I thought that was super cool, and I just wanted to share that.
13. Can you imagine winning? Could you imagine like being that good at skateboarding at 13?
Can you? No, I can't.
Like,
Because
when do you start? When the fuck do you just
In the
come
fucking
out of the
womb.
womb? Like, is that your half pipe and you do like a
You're going
fucking
whoosh, whoosh.
Hitting
Tony
ollies
Hawk.
straight out
you
of
do
the
like a
fucking
Tony
womb.
Hawk 920,
You
and
know,
then you land, and the doctor's like, "Yo, that's rad," and you riz him, then you
Like,
just ride off.
And they're like, what?
Nigel Houston at 11 years old was winning X Games.
Nija is insane.
He is. So I think skateboarding is one of those things that you just start young and like
You
you're a
have
fucking
to.
toddler and
You
you
have
just
to.
go.
I never
Yeah.
learned.
I
I
attempted.
skated. Me and Anthony skated for a couple years, and I wish I got into it when I was younger, but I didn't.
I didn't have any friends when I was younger.
I just went by myself most of the time.
Yeah, it's a solo sport you can do, but it's
But I never had
it's
anyone to like explain, you know? I was just kind of sitting like,
YouTube.
I don't know what the fuck.
YouTube was
yeah.
the best friend. But
Dog, do you remember how old we were? You couldn't just watch YouTube at the park when we were fucking growing up.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're not even that old. We
No.
physically couldn't. I couldn't have imagined going to the park and be like, oh, man, this YouTube video is teaching
Yeah,
me.
YouTube didn't exist. That was kind of a dumb example.
You were just kind of like, oh man, I have to go home and then I have to go to the park and then I have to figure out if I did this right. And when I didn't, I'd have to go back home.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was cool shit. One other Olympic thing. This is more of an observation. I think how do I word this exactly? With these Olympics and my perspective on Japan, Olympics aside, I think Japan is like an awesome country. I really want to visit there. The culture I think is amazing. The language is really cool. The food is bussin'. And I think with these Olympics, how it is displaying Japan makes me like genuinely sad and upset because I see Japan like up here. I mean, of course, it has its downs like every other place and every other thing. But I wish other people could see Japan the way I do. And it sucks that every headline you see of Japan now is stupid shit about the Olympics. So anyone who is not really into Japan, but maybe had like an interest, see that headline like, oh, Japan looks like it fucking sucks. And that like genuinely makes me pretty upset because I see it in a great way. And there's a lot of great things about it that I wish other people could see as well. That's my observation on these Olympics. And that's upsetting to me.
Ooh, yeah, Japan, we have a whole forest based off of people killing themselves. Ooh.
It's a beautiful forest. I'm just gonna put that out there. The way it was formed and stuff is
the
crazy.
geography of it looks fucking awesome.
It's, I mean,
It's a beautiful forest.
it is. It's
You know, despite all the people that
it's
killed themselves.
formed
in
from
it.
like hardened molten magma, lava, and it's the terrain is
Magma.
like crazy weird. No, I agree with that statement, Anthony. It is putting to not a lot of keen observers of Japan who really don't have any affinity towards it. It's
It's not
helping
even
put
like-
them in a
It's not
bad
even
light.
like anyone who has an affinity. Like, if
any interest at all, you know, because
Isn't
like
that how like it always goes with the Olympics? Someone always finds something to complain about. It becomes a news
This is-
article,
this
and then
is
that's
like-
all it is people shitting
this is like
on
on
it.
another level, though. I feel like there are
I
just
think
so
you're just
many.
finding it personal because you like Japan so much.
no,
Not-
no,
Not
I
even.
haven't even been seeing that many articles of bad things. I always see is like people talking about the athletes. That's usually what I only
only-
see.
Yeah,
you
because
see
like the
'em-
games are going on now, but beforehand and even now, it's just shit articles. Like they're being shit on, especially because like the coronavirus and all the handlings and IOC and all this stupid shit. While the Olympics are being held, no, I remember when the Sochi Olympics were taking place. Sochi had big issues with the hotels, how they were built really cheap, and everyone was like shitting on Sochi. And it sucks because chances are like Sochi as well is probably a really fucking cool place. But it could probably turn a lot of people off when they're seeing nothing but shit headlines. And I don't know, it's upsetting to me.
I mean, isn't that just human nature for
Yeah.
assholes to be assholes and point out the bad things and everything instead of the good?
God,
I think
can't-
that's just a lot of people.
Can't wait for them to come to LA in 2028 and they get robbed.
LA is just a shithole.
They get mugged.
It probably will.
Probably. Yeah, we have 4 more athletes get mugged in the middle of the streets by a heroin addict.
Yeah. I think it's just people being people. That's really all it is. And I think a lot of what you're reading is on Reddit, correct?
Sure.
That's-
I mean,
here's
what.
Am I okay?
If I say Reddit, well, I don't get why that is just
It's not
discredited.
That's not
I'm not saying it's
discrediting
discrediting.
you.
I'm saying the people posting that on Reddit. That's their
well,
goal.
they're posting it, but they're links to news articles.
Yes, but I get where Alex is coming from because people on Reddit are only going to post shit things, just like how people on Twitter are going to shit on whatever the fuck you post.
Yeah, I'm not denying the fact. I'm not
I disagree with that.
I mean, that's fine if you disagree. I'm not denying the fact or saying what you just stated is incorrect because it is putting Japan in a bad light and it is a shame to see. But I think a lot of the articles that you're happening to read are from a place that is their goal. You know what I mean? Because people want to point out why they're doing bad. They don't want people to see, or they don't care to see the fact that this Japanese little girl won gold, or all these gold medals are here and there. They want people to see the negative sides of it.
Well, what you just said kind of like goes again, because I found that article also on Reddit about the 13-year-old.
That can be totally anecdotal. You know what I mean? Because I also browse a lot of stuff on Reddit, specifically Japan related, and a vast majority of them are negative. Very rarely do I see a positive one if it's not related to the athletes performing specifically. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, but that still doesn't change the fact that it's upsetting, like, to see.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying I agree that it is upsetting. It's 100% upsetting because I love Japan. You know, I'll be the first one to say it in the room. And it does put him in a bad light, and it sucks to see. But I think a big issue with it is the source where it's coming from. Because every single morning, like before I leave for work, mom or dad will put on the TV and it'll be like Today News or whatever fucking news channel is on. And they won't paint Japan in a bad light. They'll kind of like show Tokyo and Kyoto and talk about the tradition and stuff. So I think it's just where you're seeing it as opposed to where you're not seeing it.
We're not saying that it's discredited. We're saying that you are being fed only the negatives without being able to see the positives. I'll be the first to admit, I don't go and purposely look up news. I fucking hate the news. I'm sure you don't.
Don't look up the news?
Yeah. Do you look up the news all the time?
Like, what's going on in Canton today?
Well, just in general, do you look up news?
Not really.
I actually do. My daily routine is like, I'll go to the World News subreddit and I'll go to the news subreddit, and I like browsing through those every day.
I'll see. After the election, I stayed off all of, like, when you go, like, first get on Reddit, it'll have, like, your homepage. Or, like,
you got off those after the election?
Yeah.
Why?
I just got so sick
after
of
the
them.
election would be better because all that shit dies down.
I just got so sick of them.
I'm so
I couldn't
sick
do
of like the news because all they do is they paint negatives. They don't paint positives a lot of the time in the same light that they paint negatives. Like,
got a sub to like uplifting news. That's a good one.
But I'm not even talking about like subreddits.
Like,
no, I agree.
In general,
Reddit,
it gets clicks.
Yeah, because like Reddit is like the cesspool of news, and I'm going to be the first to admit that.
That and Twitter, dude. That and
Reddit and
so
Twitter
bad.
they are both cesspools for news. You don't really go there finding like, oh man, this dude saved 3 kids in a fire. It's more like this man shot 12 people.
Yeah. I agree. I do. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. With the news painting bad images.
So like, it's not that. I'm trying to say that like I both agree and disagree with you because I have not seen anything negative personally because I don't look for it. But I do see news articles all the time of things that happen. So like with that being said, I don't see in my daily life anything negative about Japan. I see sometimes positive, mostly about athletes. I think the only people that are going to see negatives are the people that are purposely searching for positives or negatives.
I'm kind of with Luke. I agree and disagree. I basically agree with both of you. I do feel that it is painting Japan in a bad light in a lot of respects. But at the same time, it's if you're actively looking for it, I guess. But it doesn't help the
No,
image of Japan. By
But
any
I'm
means.
also like trying to say that it's not just Japan that this has happened to. They shit on almost any place that the Olympics are being held to any minor inconvenience because people want to find negatives no matter what it is.
Yeah, like
I
I saw,
agree with that.
dude, I saw one. I heard this earlier this week. People were blaming Japan because their weather was hot and athletes were passing out. They were like, well,
I saw
Japan
that.
didn't inform the athletes. It's like, if you're going to another country as either a tourist or an Olympic athlete, don't you think you would have the common sense to check out the fucking weather during the summer?
Or,
Like-
we have to perform today. Oh, it's going to be hot.
Yeah, I better fucking hydrate. Oh, no, it's cool, dude. Japan's temperatures are totally moderate. They
Japan
have
never.
snow.
Japan didn't tell us.
Yeah, like, come on. How can you blame Japan on that? That is so stupid.
It's a Pacific island. Like, when you think of the Pacific, you think hot.
Right.
How fucking dense do you have to be?
I just couldn't believe it. I was like, are you kidding me?
That's just my point, is that this has happened in several different Olympics. I mean, fuck, they were in Beijing. You think they didn't write bad articles about Beijing?
What
Dude,
year
it
was
was probably
that?
2012.
2012.
2012
What
was
year?
Beijing.
What year was Sochi?
That was winter,
Yeah,
wasn't
that was
it?
the winter. Was it like 2016?
I wouldn't know. I don't give a fuck
Probably,
about the
it
Winter
was
Olympics.
probably 20, because winter's
every 2 years.
Yeah, it's not every, it's after, 2 years after the Summer Olympics. So it would have been 2014, I think.
I don't even know where the last Winter Olympics were held.
Vancouver.
Were they really?
Pretty sure.
I have no idea.
I
Where
think
was the last Summer Olympics held?
Rio?
Rio.
2016?
I
2016
heard
was
Rio
Rio.
is still like reeling from the economic damage that the Olympics
I mean,
caused.
that's what they do. That's what the Olympics do.
Brazil is reeling from the economic
Brazil
damage
is-
of Brazil.
yeah,
so
yeah.
like,
It wasn't just the Olympics with
no,
that.
it was
everything.
Brazil. But like that's just what I'm trying to say, is that I feel like you're finding more now because you like Japan. So
Yeah.
you're gonna find more articles about bad Japan, Orange Man bad Japan. You're gonna find more articles about Orange Man bad Japan,
Suga bad man Japan.
Suka Bliet, and then you're gonna be like, oh man, this makes me angry. And that's the point of the article. They're trying to make you angry because you'll click on it. You are
I got
easily
them though. I got them
clickbaited.
though. I don't click on them.
Good, but you're still easily
click on
clickbaited.
I don't like how you say that, because I sent a meme that I saw on Animemes in chat, and Luke was the only one to respond. Fuck you, Alex. But
What meme was it?
it was a Reddit meme on Animemes, and
I like
the title
memes.
was more in comments, or like info in the comments, and the meme was a Jay Sama meme saying, "Did you know they canceled our anime adaptation?" And Jay's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh, what?"
I saw
So
that.
I go to the comments, and the comment was like, "Nah, fam, this is fake." And I'm like, "Okay." And I got told that I'm easily clicked into these things.
Because you were the one that clicked on, is this getting a season 2? And then you got mad at
because
them.
I didn't get mad. I said, if you see something like that you're really
You
anticipating,
investigated, yeah.
of course you're going to look into it to see
That's
if that's
the
true.
point of what they do.
Well, there's difference between something that I'm anticipating and other clickbait things. Like, if there's an ad that says grow your dick 100 inches, you're going to get all the babes. I'm not going to be like,
Yeah,
oh,
like
fuck yeah.
This one secret to grow your
That's
dick.
not what I mean.
10
That's not what easily clickbaited is.
I don't know about you, but I think there's plenty of people out there who are definitely interested.
Yeah,
in
I
100
think
inches.
there's a difference, because if I saw something like this thing's about to get canceled that I cared about, I would want to find out more.
All right,
it's
but-
not necessarily.
And also, well, no, there was no link to click on, so
Yeah, first off, there was no
comments.
link. Second off, it was on a meme page. A complete and total meme page.
Well, that's how I found out Coco was graduating, through a meme page.
was it through?
Yeah, but they
Animemes?
would probably have a serious description, not more
No.
info in the description.
No,
Well, you
it,
can't
it
put all
didn't.
that shit in the title.
It didn't have. It was literally. I mean, it wasn't like, oh, Coco, blah blah blah, like something funny. It wasn't a super serious one though. But it caught my attention. I clicked it to find out
There are
more.
certain things that you can see that you'll know that whether it's real or fake, though, and you just if you pay.
This
and
was a
you-
mod post though. This wasn't a user. Well, it was
That's-
a user, but it's a mod. That gives it a little bit
Hold
more
on.
credibility.
Get off the stupid fucking Jay Sama cancel thing. I'm going back to you talking about the season 2 bullshit. Have you ever looked at a URL in your
Wait,
life?
season 2.
Season 2.
Well, I don't remember what the fuck it was. You got mad at it. That's all I remember.
I get mad at a lot of things.
You were like, I can't believe I read this whole fucking article, and it was just like,
that's right.
it's
That's right.
the possibility of a season 2. Do you not look at URLs? Have you ever looked at a URL in your life? Because I'm pretty sure
it wasn't by that. What's that website that writes really shitty articles like
Kotaku.
Kotaku. I cannot confirm or deny if it was or was not Kotaku, but I believe it was not Kotaku.
It wasn't, because at least Kotaku gets facts right. They just write the article really fucking bad.
That
we
grinds
won't
my gears.
confirm or deny that it might possibly happen, but
it'd be a shit article, but they would at least say like, yeah, it is actually confirmed. At least they would at least tell you it's greenlit.
Yeah, that one this one goes to Luke. I clicked on that and
You
read.
clicked on it because they clickbaited the fuck out of you, and you fell for it.
Let's get off this news bullshit and talk some seasonal anime. Let's
you want to do that? Or you want to do Overlord?
Let's do the seasonal anime.
What we do?
What? Excuse me?
My brain just stopped.
Whoa.
Was that a genuine?
It was my brain stopped. I was literally getting ready to talk, and my brain said,
All right, before the cameras die, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break so they don't die. So we'll see you guys in 5 minutes.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, yo, welcome back to the show. Let's talk some anime. Luke, start us off.
Let's go with Dragon Maid Season 2.
All right, how do the questions go again? It's just kind of like a shotgun, right?
This is first impressions. Just say how you're feeling.
Oh, man, how do I feel? Every time I watch this show, I feel like I am jumping on the fluffiest clouds ever, and I can't stop smiling when I watch it. That's no lie. I've missed Dragon Maid so much, and I fucking adore it. 10 out of 10, easy for me, easy.
Flop.
Same boat. I'd never skip the OP.
Nope.
Always watch the OP. The show's so goddamn good. It makes me so happy.
With KyoAni not being around for a while, I forgot how fluid everything looks.
I know.
Like, for as stupid as a show this is, everything looks so goddamn good and perfect. It makes me mad.
You know what I really like already? They gave Toru like 4 different outfits already. Her first, when she was working at the Maid Cafe,
dressing.
was Pog. Her casual dress when she was on the neighborhood squad,
patrol.
Pog. That was not casual dress. That was like very nice out to dinner dress.
That was Kobayashi's dress.
Dude, call her ranch because she be dressing.
Okay. No, it's just so good to have KyoAni back. And being as its Dragon Maid makes it even better. I love that show. I just want to smile every time I think about it.
It makes me happy.
High 10 out of 10.
High 10. Like, that's an 11. That breaks the record.
All right, next up is Girlfriend.
I'll start.
Go for it, Thor. You know what? Go for it, Thor.
All right.
All right. The show, the concept of the show, dumb as fuck. The main character, absolute fucking idiot. Everything else about the show, I fucking love. I really, really like this show, even though the main character is dumber than a box of rocks. I mean, he is like, I can't emphasize how stupid this guy is. I really can't.
I don't think I would just limit to him.
No, I was going to say, every single person in this show is smooth brain.
I watched yesterday's episode, and I was like, every single person in this whole fucking show has a mental disorder.
Like, they are so stupid. Like, it's so stupid, it's fun to watch.
I think it is a very fun show, and I really enjoy watching.
And that's all it is, and that's all it will be.
And that's totally okay.
There are zero realistic aspects to it in any way other than the fact that they look human.
And they're girls and
they
boys.
They just look human. They don't act human because they are so stupid. But all the characters, minus the guy, I just don't like the guy. He's just...
I think he's funny as shit.
He is funny.
Because he's stupid as shit.
Why he's funny.
He is funny. They're cute as a fucking button. They nailed the character design.
You don't think he's cute, dude? It's a little fucked up. I think he's
attractive.
Cute.
I wouldn't say he's cute.
I think he's cute.
I wouldn't say cute. I'd say he's handsome. He's handsome, not cute. But dude, every single time the the blue hair girl like pouts. Do you love when it does the puppy dog sound?
Yes.
Oh my god, dude! This show's like so stupid. It's fun to watch. I'm actually really liking it, and the fact that Nino voices
The
blonde haired girl. Yeah, I mean she has twin tails, fangs. She's
dumb as fuck.
She's a me tuber.
She is a me tuber.
She's dumb as fuck.
She knows fan service.
She is not smart.
She's stupid.
They're
But she tries
fucking
hard,
stupid.
and I respect that.
They're all so fucking
I know.
stupid, dude. Like, I don't think I could physically explain how fucking dumb these people are.
I like how they make it so known. Like they don't try to hide it. They put it out in the open.
That they're
these
fucking
people
stupid.
are not smart.
They're not smart in any way, shape, form, or
So
fashion.
I respect it. I'm gonna finish it with a smile on my face.
I'm gonna
With
finish it. I'm enjoying it. They're fucking dumb.
Yeah, there's no workaround for that.
Mm-mm.
There's not.
All right, next is Remake Our Life.
Okay, before the cameras were on, we were just having a discussion about this. So we'll get into that towards the tail end of this.
We'll get into a fist fight before the tail end of this.
When I first saw the title, I didn't know what to expect with this show. Super happy with the direction it's going. I literally thought it was going to be like an isekai. I'm very happy it's not.
Well, I think it's tagged just as isekai.
No, it's not.
It's
It
not.
isn't?
I don't think so because it's not an isekai.
No, it's not. I was gonna say technically it is, but they're not in another world. He's in the same world. He's just traveled backwards.
It's like a pseudo isekai.
We'll call it pseudo. I fucking love this show. The plot is super cool. All the characters are actually really likable. It's animated really nice. The colors are super.
They're pretty plain.
Vibrant.
You said
No, I'd say they're vibrant. They're very
Really?
saturated colors. Yeah.
I'm thinking. I don't remember.
There's a lot of bright. It's not
Yeah.
very.
Yeah, they're very deep colors.
It's not very dull colors in their show.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe I'm colorblind.
You might be.
You might be. They do the anime thing where every main character has a weird fucking hair color, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
This is blue hair girl, and this is red hair girl.
They're not like super vivid blues and reds though.
No.
They're pretty
But
laid
you
back.
The
can-
reds aren't. I'd say the blues are.
The blues are. I mean, if you put them in a crowd, you could point out who the anime protagonists
yeah,
are.
sure.
Well, we have to do that. This is anime, so we have to.
That's not what.
That's
wasn't my-
Luke. That's the law.
That wasn't my point. Sorry, dude. I can't find Yu-Gi-Oh in this whole fucking crowd of normal
Right,
people.
dude. You're not a. What the crystal call we were talking about earlier?
Time
Time
crystal.
You're not a time crystal. You can't break walls like that.
I can break my balls, dude. Fuck you.
No, but Remake Our Life, I'm actually really enjoying it. I'm looking forward to where it goes.
Yeah, same.
I agree.
I don't know
think it's a
I
great
don't really
show.
know what else to say. It's very interesting. I do like that they don't really dwell on the fact that he traveled back in time. It's just kind of like
I like how they throw little hints about it.
yeah, I like that they throw in that like, oh, my experience from 10 years in the future, I don't want this to happen to girl or whatever. It's like
Or remember how he chose like the same story as the other dude?
by accident.
Yeah,
Yeah.
by accident. That was cool.
Or
One
how
thing-
he has
It was like
editing skills.
something he saw in the future, but
One thing that
He didn't
happened
know he
today
wrote.
is you haven't watched it yet, so I won't go into too much detail. But he was at an art gallery and he read a name that he recognized. Do you know that name?
No.
I don't either, but he recognized it, and something happened. I'm
He-
like,
He came as pain.
pretty much. Like I don't recognize the name, but he did, so obviously that's something to do
Mhm.
with 10 years into the future.
yeah. Now, what I said earlier before we started talking about this show is we were having I won't say heated, but it was a
nice discussion.
nice discussion about who the fuck is best girl in this show.
Don't know.
Because we don't know. We'll limit it down to two characters, right? We got blue-haired girl who talks with an accent, and we got like dirty blonde-haired girl
Sure.
who sings.
Yeah.
Now the debate is who's best.
I'm in blue
I
boat.
don't know.
I'm in blue boat by
I'm
a
in-
thin margin.
I'm in blonde boat by a very thin margin.
As of right now, as the standings right now, because I haven't seen today's episode, I'm in blue-haired girl's boat for one reason: her accent and her dialect is so cute. The way she pronounces words, they're like just fucking different, and I really, really like that. So I have to give it up to blue-haired girl.
Today's episode will not make your decision any easier. I'm just saying.
I didn't expect
It
to.
actually makes it harder
Yeah.
Does it?
because your reason is so paper thin
Yeah,
that
it
like,
really
No, I don't.
it'll
no,
definitely sway you
I
very
think
easily.
it's a very it's a very opinionated thing. It's not something that like I guess is huge in it. Like the accent, not necessarily how they sound, but the way they pronounce the words. I'm just in love with it. Like I fucking love the way she pronounces words. She has such a deep, concise dialect. It's amazing.
Either way,
You'll see.
it's tough.
You'll fucking see, dude. You'll
Oh,
fucking understand.
You'll know.
You'll know after today.
I bet he won't watch it today. I bet he'll watch it tomorrow.
Yeah, how's he gonna watch it today? We're all hanging out.
He won't watch Remake today. We're watching Jason.
That's what I said.
That's what Luke
How's he
said.
gonna watch it today? We're hanging out. Is he gonna go off into his room by himself and
I mean,
watch it?
Maybe. Fuck you guys.
Maybe. I mean, that'd be funny.
I got to do what I got to do.
It'd be a good meme. Next is Aquatope on the White Sand.
Love it. Love it. Love
Love
it.
it.
I do love it.
Love it.
I don't get it. What's up with the little god dude? What's he doing?
What are we? 4 episodes in? 3 or 4?
5.
And he just eats fish. That's what he does.
Yeah.
We also found out it's a 24
episode
Yeah,
anime.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm
which
excited
is
about
really
that.
cool. I'm excited because they can take it slow like they have
Yeah,
been.
and you're right. They have been taking it very slow, and I've actually been super enjoying it.
I was worried about them taking it slow because I was like, this is going to end in 12 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to get shit for information, and then it's going to end, and there's not going to be a season 2.
Yeah,
But now I'm
and
like,
The plot just thickened.
yeah.
What?
Luke was right. Like in the after credits of episode 5, the plot thickens real deep.
I forgot Luke said that, and I was watching Haganai, and I stopped mid-episode to go back to
Oh, did you?
Aquatope to watch the end credits.
It was thicker than a bowl of Campbell's Chunky, dude,
Yeah, left out in the cold.
on a winter night.
No, I super like Aquatope. It's animated awesome. All the characters are really cool. I really like every
do like
single
all the
character.
I do. I'd pick it up if I were you.
Yeah, I would too.
100%.
I would definitely pick it up. It has
This
like
is
off-brand
the-
Katori Minami.
This is the big recommend from the Harem, I believe.
I agree.
Remake,
agree.
I can see why people wouldn't like it.
Mhm.
Girlfriend, obviously people wouldn't fucking like
Some
that.
people just don't like it, and I totally
Stupid
respect it.
fucking show with dumb fucking characters. Aquatope, I feel like it's a show that I think everybody could like. It has a little bit of something for everybody except for the stupid ass shonen fans that are also 12.
Shots fired.
We don't condemn shonen here. It's just not a class
I
favorite.
watch shonen shows. I also don't limit myself to only shonen shows because I don't like looking at big burly men all the time because I like looking at cute girls. I'm also not 12.
Lou.
Double tap.
Guys, come on. All right. Yeah, I recommend Aquatope to someone who's trying to branch out. It's a cool one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next is Duke of Death and his Maid.
Love it.
It's
Is
really
that is that your commentary?
Dude.
Love it.
Love it. I do.
Love it.
I like it so much more than I thought I would, and I don't care that it's 3D anymore.
I'm in the same boat, 100%. Because when I found out it was 3D, I was like, oh, I don't know.
Mhm.
Now that I watch it, I'm like, Maid's gonna make me act up.
Maid's making me feel what sort of way.
Yeah, I don't care. Like every episode at the end, I keep thinking like they better find the fucking witch and fix him, or I'm
Yeah,
going to
I
be
know.
so unsatisfied at
Dude,
the
if
end
they
of this.
don't, I'm gonna be pissed.
If
I'm
they
gonna be
don't,
really angry.
I'm going to drop like levels of the show because I'm going to be so sad.
Unless there's a season 2.
Just out of anger in my own right.
Dude, they have to have a happy ending.
In my
Like, come
own
on.
shitty opinion that absolutely does not reflect on the quality of the show, I will lower its rating from me because
I will
I'll be
make
mad.
500 MAL accounts and lower it.
Give it the Wonder
personally.
Egg treatment.
You could give it the Wonder Egg treatment, but they did that to themselves.
Yeah, fuck.
Fuck that
makes me
show.
so
Yeah,
angry.
I super like it. It's just very wholesome and it makes me lonely.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have a curse where anything you touch dies.
In
It
this
could be
That-
worse.
I mean, he's not necessarily.
could be worse. You could be coming back from your mom's funeral.
So you got it pretty good, bud.
Could be worse. Could be coming back from my mom's funeral.
Next, Higurashi Season 2. When They Cry Sotsu.
I'm really liking it. It's cool. I like it because Higurashi Go was confusing, and now I'm getting clarity on everything that's going on.
Well, we got a lot of clarity in Go at the end. What
you
I'm
did.
really enjoying is seeing the other perspectives.
Mhm.
And the whole show, the franchise, I really, really like the
I
whole
do
franchise.
too.
It makes me really want to go back and watch the old stuff. I want to play the games. I think the soundtrack is a bop and a half.
Yeah, it makes me like want to get in deep in Higurashi,
Yeah.
like everything. I want to after Sotsu. I really want to watch the old ones, and I would like to play the games where their fists are fucked up.
It's not just
Come on, dude. It was like a family working on that.
I think it still is.
It's a
I still
family
think
of
it's
four.
not funny, but I think it was really cool how in that really shitty documentary Alex told us about,
Akihabara
Akihabara.
geeks. Akihabara geeks.
I think it was really cool how they went to the guy who was making Higurashi.
I know.
That was really
that was
cool.
cool because we were watching it at the time. I'm like, holy shit! I know
they
what
made
that
him
is.
look like a complete and utter fuck, but
Well, yeah.
that whole documentary
He's
sucks.
an animal of Akihabara.
He's a gamer.
He's a gamer. Let's follow this kid home and see what he's making.
Let's make this kid cry on the subway. Like, come on.
Jeez.
I think I'm in a negative opinion of this so far just because I feel like I like seeing the other perspective. I like getting the plot that we didn't have from Go. I think Sotsu's taking it too slow. I'm getting bored.
You did say that. You did.
I'm
say
getting
that the other
very
night.
bored. I like, cool. Yeah, this is the other side of Shion. This is the other side of Mion. Things like that.
Mhm.
I don't need 4 episodes of the same exact fucking show that I just
they're
watched.
dragging Mion and Shion out a bit.
Like
Yeah.
we already watched 6 episodes of this in season 1. I don't need Endless 8 part 2. Like,
What are you talking about? You don't want that?
I want to see.
you didn't like Endless 8?
Dude, I loved it.
I want to see if this goes more in depth with shitbag Satsuko and Rika.
Oh, I'm sure
That's
it will.
what I want.
I'm sure it will.
I want progressive plot. I don't want this bullshit where it's like, hey, if you didn't think Sadako was a shitter before, look at her now. Like, I knew she was a shitter. She sucks.
I
Question,
didn't know
though.
until the end.
Since we are getting a different perspective, is this the second time that exact same situation has panned out, or is this the first time we're just seeing it from a different perspective?
This is the first
where
time.
we see Satsuko being a shitbag.
This is the first time from a different perspective.
Mhm.
Okay.
I already explained how my theory was right because I have a weird clairvoyance.
This dude sees in the future.
Look and see the future.
What's that time crystals in his pocket?
But no, I said at the end of the first season that I feel like halfway through when she pointed out that Satoko dodged that trick she played,
Mhm.
and then her eyes went all weird, and then at the very end of the season when her eyes went all weird, there was actually a backflash instead of being what was going on past that point. And then when it was the backflash, that was the first time that blue hair girl Rika broke the cycle, and that's when they went on to the college because she
Oh.
had just broken the cycle.
Mhm.
And then Satsuko found out about all the time travel bullshit, and now it's her doing the first half of the first season.
Yep. I can get behind that.
I think he's on the money.
Hitting the nail on the head.
But that's why I was like, oh man, it'll be like 1 episode just showing her how she was a fucking shitbag. No, it's like 4 episodes of just,
Yeah, it's 6 so far.
like,
you guys
we get how the arc panned out. I don't think we need to see the same thing in another
Yeah.
3 episodes.
I'd like some new material.
the only thing
I
we
can
didn't
agree
know
with
is
that.
how Mion died at the end of that arc.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
we know. That's literally
Yeah.
like the only difference between the whole fucking thing. So, I mean, it's neither here nor there, but I feel like it's just going too slow. I wish it was.
It could speed up. I'd like some new material.
I want new content.
Mhm.
And if we don't get new content by the end, this season's going to definitely be a little bit lower for me.
Yeah.
Because the first season was really good, and then they're just like, here's first season part 2. Ooh, 14 episodes of the same shit you just
Change
watched.
the camera angle.
Also, this is a 14 episode season.
Is it?
Yes, it's 14 episodes. Is that not such a weird
That's
fucking
weird.
number?
That's weird.
Anyway, next, Love Live Superstars.
You know, I would totally have an opinion on the show if we could fucking watch it.
If we could watch more than the first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
You know, it did get delayed. It comes back this week, though, doesn't it?
I think the 8th. August 8th.
Yeah, this week.
I think it's better than Nijigasaki right off rip.
Oh, well, obviously
Yeah.
it's better. They're trying to become idols.
It feels like a Love Live again,
It
and that's
does.
what I really missed with
Yeah.
Nijigasaki. Like, it feels like an actual Love Live.
I'm
Like you have the character who's Dia or Ellie, who's trying not to be an idol.
No
but they
idols
secretly
allowed.
Want to be an idol.
all the characters are the same characters we've got the first two seasons.
You have the main character who has orange hair and wants to be an idol.
Chica and Honk.
It's just there.
It's the same fucking
there.
characters, part 3.
Yeah,
like
and the Chinese girl, I fucking love her.
She's awesome.
I love
She's
her
so
a lot.
awesome.
She's dumb
I
as
like
fuck.
She's done.
I like the other girl that works at the
The white hair girl.
yes,
Yeah,
with the,
she's
like, the
bald.
little,
Yes,
like,
I
she's awesome.
really
dude, I
like
fucking
her.
love her.
She's like top tier girl for
yeah,
me.
I think she's my
I
favorite
like
so far.
I like white hair anime girls though.
Yeah, I do too. But I love everything about Nijikisaki. Fuck me.
Superstars.
Superstars. Sorry, guys.
Nijikisaki
PTSD.
fucking sucked.
I won't say it fucking sucked, but it wasn't up to par with even
It was
close.
a disappointment.
It was
Yeah,
a disappointment. It was a disappointment.
It was the disappointing child.
Yeah, it was.
It was the redheaded stepchild.
Yes, I want the same characters, the same plot, the same show a third time. Damn it.
That's
Fine with
really what
that.
I want.
That's what I want. I want
Yeah.
the same shit a third time in a row.
We got Tokyo, and we got the beach. Now we're back in Tokyo. Let's go.
We're at Odaiba. We're rocking
Let's
at
go.
Odaiba. and I'm
Go to
cool with
Love
it.
Live. Lose
No,
it.
no, they're not Odaiba.
They're in Harajuku.
Nijikisaki was Odaiba. They're at Harajuku now.
Dude, go to Love Live. Lose your school.
I hope
Go
they-
back and win.
Well, it makes me wonder. I don't think they're going to have to save the school this season because it doesn't sound like the school is in trouble.
Then they'll never win the Love Live.
What if they have to save another school?
What are they, superheroes?
They are superstars.
Superstars.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
What if? No, listen to this. What if they have to save the Love Live?
The Love Live is going bankrupt. Please help us, idols.
So they need
Did
to
you-
win the Love Live to save the Love Live.
Did you guys see the meme before Nijikisaki came out of like how they were theorizing what was going to happen? Because like in School Idol Project, they saved the school, they won the Love Live, and they broke up after school. In Sunshine, they won the Love Live, they lost the school, and they stayed together. So everyone's like, oh, so in this one, they'll lose the Love Live, they'll save the school, and they'll stay together. What if that's just what happens? What if they just lose the Love Live, they don't have to save the school, and they all stay together after?
I'm all right with that.
Would you be all right with the main characters losing the Love Live?
I mean, they stay together so I can get more music.
Yeah, well, hear me out.
But
I can
granted,
get live
Saint
concerts.
Snow probably should have won.
That's what I'm saying. I think Saint Snow, they drop bops left and right. They really do.
I think that was plot for bad reasons. They were definitely better.
I mean,
I think it plays a hand that there were only 2 of them compared to 9.
no, they didn't even compete in the Love Live. They didn't make it.
Yeah, remember the one girl fucked up?
Yeah.
I think Saint Snow would have won, personally.
I do too.
Do you?
I think they would have won.
They drop bangers left and right. They have nothing but bangers.
I mean, Awkward has some bops.
They do. I'm not denying that.
Awkward can have bops all they want. Saint Snow fucked harder.
Saint Snow's
does-
on another level.
Yeah, they are.
It's another
are.
level of fuck.
Saint Snow fuck. it's another level.
It's another
of
level.
fuck.
3
of
tiers
fuck.
of fuck.
And they're at the top.
Horny.
Let's move to the next
Horny,
show.
hornier,
Yeah,
and
but
horniest.
I'm very much enjoying Superstars if it ever airs.
All right, Alex, do you want to talk about Kageki Shoujo at all? Because I dropped it
I do actually.
You dropped it.
after episode 2. It is so fucking boring, dude.
I'm actually very much enjoying Kageki Shoujo, and the plot is seeming to get a lot thicker. So it was pretty boring in the beginning. You had your main character, I hate people, and you had the other character, I love people when I'm bubbly. That was
That was like the
that
whole
was it.
show.
That
That was
was
the
it.
whole show for the first like
That
2 or
was it.
3 episodes.
So the first 2 or 3 episodes, I 100% agree with Luke. It was pretty tough to get in, but things kind of changed pace in the last 2 episodes. We had Otaku guy come. He was obsessed with our blue-haired girl. She used to be an idol. She got kicked out because she called this guy a creep because he wouldn't go overhand at a meeting. So it got real deep with her plot. Is it okay if I go into it?
I dropped it, dude.
Okay, well, I'm going to go into it anyway. So, spoilers ahead if you guys are watching it.
All right, fuck me.
No, because I found it really interesting because I would have never expected the show to do this. So, spoilers ahead. If you are watching Kageki Shoujo, don't listen to me. Just skip ahead or stop watching.
Unless you've seen the episode already.
Unless you've seen the episode already. But pretty much, blue-haired girl was basically assaulted and abused when she was younger by her mom's boyfriend. So that is why her irrational fear of men is a thing, because whatever the fuck you want to call him, bad
bro.
boyfriend was like, hey, you're cute, you're young, I'm a pervert, let's make some things happen. He like kissed her and she locked herself in her room. She was like totally traumatized by it. She thought she was going to get pregnant because she kissed him, so she starved herself and tied like wraps really tight around her stomach. So her uncle kind of came to the rescue for her, and that's why she looks up to her uncle so much. And then now the fact that we know that otaku guy appears, and she's terrified because she's afraid of men because her mom's boyfriend, whatever the fuck you want to call him.
Is otaku guy the dude who hates life? Who's that guy? You mentioned
no. There's a girl who hates life.
Okay, there's
the main girl with blue hair, like pretty much hates everything.
Okay, and is she the former idol?
Yes.
So you were talking about one character when you said that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So otaku guy comes because he wants to apologize to her. Miscommunication happens. She runs away. Tall hair girl stays with otaku guy, and we learn about this guy's past. So pretty much this, like any other idol stuff, this guy found her idol group and stuff, and he really liked her as an idol. So he came out of being a shut-in. He was inspired by her, and he felt very grateful to her. So he went to the meeting. Things ensued. She got kicked out. He felt bad. Now he's there in Kobe to apologize. It just got really deep. Like those last couple episodes got really deep with plot, and I didn't expect that from this show, and it made me way more interested in it because now there's actually plot, you know, like you see progression in the characters, you know their backstory and why they are the way they are. They're not just like that. There's a very personal reason as to why they act that way. And it even got to the some points where it was very hinted in the beginning that the older people in the school, like the second years, would be bullies. And that's starting to show too, because when big, tall 15-year-old was sitting with otaku guy, a second year snapped a picture of her, posted it on the internet, said it was her boyfriend. Now the school was pissed at her. It didn't really go anywhere from there. The one blonde girl was like, oh no, that's not my boyfriend, and then continued doing her thing. There wasn't a lot of drama from it, but it showed that there's going to be shit that happens in the future. So I think this show's a lot better than what people think it is. The first 3 episodes were rough. I 100% agree. But it's getting very thick in the plot, and everything kind of has meaning now. So I'm very excited to see where the show goes. I have a whole different kind of outlook on it. It's one I actually look forward to watching now.
I'm probably not going to pick it up, but it seems interesting.
I mean, hey, it's whatever floats your boat.
I mean, it's really hard when a 12-episode show comes out and you have to force yourself to watch the first 4.
Oh, I 100% agree.
When you have to watch
when I start, I don't stop.
When you watch a third of the show and it's like, God, this is not good.
I'm just super enjoying it. I really like it so far.
I do have one major problem with the show, and that's that super tall 15-year-old is 5'10", and everybody else is like 2 feet shorter than her.
Yeah.
So it's like, don't think people in Japan are 3'10".
No, she's super tall.
They like super stretch her out, and then they'd say her height. They say her height, and you know how tall she is then, and then you look at everyone around, you're like, this physically does not
She
make
looks
sense.
like
8
fucking
feet.
leprechauns.
She looks like 8 feet.
Yeah, like if they would have given her like, I don't know, like 190 centimeters or something, and she was like 6'2", I'd be like, okay, yeah, understandable.
5'10".
Or like 190, she's like 6'5" or something like that, I think. But they're like, no, she's 5'10". She's not a goddamn giant. They're not leprechauns. She's not surrounded by leprechauns.
They did blow her height out of proportion.
That made me mad, and I don't like the art style of the show. It's very gross, in my opinion.
I disagree, but
I mean, that's up to
Yeah,
personal
that's
preference.
thing.
I'm not. That's just me. That's why I
Yeah.
dropped the show, because it was boring. I didn't like the way it looked. And then they were like, she's 5'10", and I was like, they're not leprechauns. Fuck you. This plot sucks.
I don't even want to say it, dude. It just didn't tickle your fancy.
No, it didn't. Didn't tickle my pickle.
I was gonna say tickle your asshole.
Yarg. All right.
It tickles me asshole. Okay, what's next?
All right. Well, that's everything
I think-
Tippy's
yeah, that's
watching
done for
because
me.
he's not watching shit.
Dude, you really aren't watching shit this season.
No, I decided to take a little breather.
There's one show on here I really want to slap you that you're not watching.
I know,
but-
and Detectives are already dead. I know.
All right. So let's start with Next Life as a Villainess season 2.
this kind of falls in the girlfriend category.
Every character is fucking stupid.
dumb as shit.
Every single one of them.
I need to watch season 1 too.
You should watch
It
both.
is
It's you would like it a lot.
It's a very good reverse
I
harem.
think I would.
You would very much like it.
Every
Every character's a fucking
I'll get
idiot.
around to it. I'll
They're
get around to
dumb
it.
as shit.
This season, the main character gets kidnapped. She fucking forgets she got kidnapped. Like
It's like Sleepy Princess.
it was very much
It
like
is.
Sleepy Princess. She was just kind of like, "Ooh, yay, lunch!" And then they're like, "You know, you're kidnapped, right?" She's like,
Okay, bring me more food. And they're like, all right.
"It was like it's so fucking.
It's good.
It's
It's good.
very good. I like I said, you would very much like it."
I'll pick it up.
Next is Drugstore in Another World.
Woof, 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 woof.
Woo!
This is it's not great by any means.
This
But
was surprising to me.
it's enjoyable to watch. IMO.
There are a lot of isekais this season, as there are with every season, because it's such an easy genre to produce a story for.
Mhm.
Drugstore is like the weirdest isekai I've ever watched, because they don't point out that it's an isekai like hardly ever.
Like
Like-
never.
Like
In
nev-
fact, they don't to the point where I have no idea this dude's fucking backstory. I know that he's a pharmacist and he makes shit. I don't know where the fuck
like
he came from.
the only way you know anything is if you read the description of what the show is about, and then you're like, oh, he died and came back, and now he has the ability to tell what plants are and like how to make medicine, and that's like what he got when he died and got isekai. Other than that, they're just kind of like, all right, he's here, I guess.
I feel like this show it just reminds me of PogChamp Dungeon.
No,
I think
no.
I think this is
Like not plot wise,
They're
but
kind of
just
on-
like you watch
I
it,
get
you're
what
like,
you mean.
okay, this is a show.
that's where they're on par with
Yeah.
that. Like it's not special.
It's not special, but I do find myself enjoying this show. I did not find myself enjoying
Yeah.
I like
PogChamp.
one character from that show, and that was it.
I watch this show and I kind of get a little happy when I see that it's out that day. I'm like, oh yeah, I get to watch this cute little show about basically nothing
About pharmaceuticals.
Yeah,
that are fake,
enjoyable.
so they're not even like
Yeah.
applicable to real life. It's just, I don't know. If you want to watch a show you want to enjoy and just turn your brain off
It's
to
an easy
watch,
watch.
Yeah.
It's an easy watch.
it's an easy watch and you'll have fun. It brings me a smile. I know.
I enjoy it.
Next is another isekai, Spirit Chronicles.
This is way better than what I thought it would be.
It's like way better.
I'm like actually really invested and curious about this show.
I get excited about every week.
I totally did not think I would feel that way. The
I
first,
didn't either.
like 2 episodes. I'm gonna go with just the first episode. I was like, okay, I'm not really vibing with this.
First off, that's the roughest way to get isekai'd.
Yeah, that sucked.
What
dick.
happened?
This dude was on a bus and it doesn't explain like what happened, but it just started running away. It drove directly into train tracks as a train was coming.
Ooh.
Everyone on board died.
Everybody on board died.
But what's super cool about that? Okay, it's not cool if they died, but he
Okay.
got isekai'd, and other people on that bus also got isekai'd into the same world.
Oh, really?
Yes, and
That's
he just
in-
met one of the characters.
That is different than a normal isekai.
That's weird,
is.
right? And then
That is.
everyone that they got isekai to were people that actually exist in the world already. They weren't like reborn in that world. They took over the like bodies
Body
of people that
who
already
were
existed. So like our main character completely forgot he was from a different world.
Whoa.
He'll like remember it, but then he'll be like,
For like the
that's
first
kind of weird.
For like the first couple episodes, he's like, "That's weird. I don't know why I have these memories." Because he thinks he's this dude from this world,
Mhm.
Yeah, it's really, honestly, really good.
and he has the memories of both lives too. It's so weird. It's very cool. Like it's a very different.
That's a way
Yeah.
different take on isekai.
I definitely want to see it. I'm definitely very excited to see where it goes.
And then the show that we should punch Alex in the head for not watching,
hate
The
you so
Detective is
bad.
already dead.
Like, dude, why? Why would you
Why?
even think about?
We
seeing
talked
it?
about it.
I know.
You said you were going to watch it.
I know.
and you don't.
I just never picked it up.
Every like you guys leave on this video is a kick to Alex's dick.
So like this video.
So like
Watch
this
this be
video.
like our biggest liked video.
Our most liked video.
Yeah.
We have to post a video of us kicking in the nuts 200 times.
We can't. No. We can't.
Alex is now infertile.
All right. Talk about this show.
Well,
I'll let you take over.
The only thing that I know about this show is the fact, well, there's two things. One, the main-haired girl, what's her name? White hair.
Okay. She's the detective.
Yeah, I know.
She's
And
the
then
famous
there's
detective. And there's her sidekick, which is the dude.
I just want to know what's her name.
I can't fucking remember.
How do you? She's on the cover.
She's in the first episode only.
I don't know.
She hasn't appeared yet. Again.
She
No,
dies.
she's dead.
I know.
She does.
Just what?
She
doesn't
doesn't
come
just
back
like
to
she
life.
doesn't come
I'm
back
not
to
saying
life.
she comes. I just want to know her.
They've
name.
said her name like 2 other times since she died.
Also, I'm not fucking good with names.
Fucking Christ. No, all right. You keep going with
All
your
right,
dumb
all right.
shit. I'll find her name.
So-
This is what he wants to get fucking hung up on.
So since you're
is what her
an
name
idiot,
is.
I'm gonna run down.
It's a cool name.
Shut up, Alex. Anywho,
Shut up.
so this dude's on this plane, and he's sitting next to the legendary detective, and shit goes whack. There's a dude on the plane who wants to hijack it.
Siesta.
Yes.
Yep.
Her name is Siesta.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Shit goes whack. Dude wants to hijack plane. She's like, not on my watch. And she's like, you're my sidekick now. And he's like, what the fuck? He just rolls with it, kind of. They resolve the situation, and she tells him like, yep, I had all this planned out. I planned on sitting next to you. The reason you're on the plane is because of me. And he's like, what the fuck? So she's like smart as fuck, but she dies. And I don't want to get in like too much more. Because
Yeah,
there
there's
are
not-
spoilers.
There are spoilers.
What episode is it on?
4.
I'll start it tomorrow.
because
Swear to
Oh,
God.
thank fuck.
Swear to God.
and then
Swear to God.
he meets another girl, and then this idol.
Lolly idol.
Well, he meets another girl,
I saw
and she's
that.
like,
With
I
an
saw
eye patch.
Yeah.
parts of that because Fubuki and Matsuri were in it.
yes, they were.
Mm-hmm. They did idol news,
So,
actually.
The first girl he meets is like, I want you to solve a case for me. I hear you're a legendary detective. And he's like, nope, I'm a sidekick. So he goes and solves the case. And then the idol comes along, and you find out what happened to the girl he first met. And it's crazy. It's crazy. It's good. It's real good.
Thorpe's trying to explain something he physically can't because it would
can't.
spoil the show, and I don't know
Okay,
why he
I'll
keeps
just start it. Like the only thing to do is I will start it.
I'll be honest, I
tomorrow.
don't know why you kept trying. You should have been like, I
A
don't
for
want to
effort.
get into it.
The only reason I did not start this show is because I kept procrastinating because the first episode was like 50 minutes. That's the only reason. That is
You
the
watched
only
Remake
reason.
Our Life, and that first episode 50 minutes?
Yes, I did.
Fuck you.
Get out.
Hypocrite.
It's not hypocritical.
I don't want to watch it because it's long, but
So
I'll
you
watch
will
this
watch another
one
show
because
that's
it's
long.
long. Fuck
You're,
you.
You're a hypocrite, you
Yeah,
idiot.
your reasoning's hypocritical.
Idiot.
That's not hip.
Yes, it is, because you didn't
It
want to
is.
watch a show that was long and then turned around and watched a show that the first episode was long.
It's like me saying I hate Luke and then going to hang out with Luke.
Yeah.
I think that's just laziness.
Obviously, he hates me, but like,
I think it's just laziness.
I do like this show. It really reminds me of like how ID Invaded did a lot of the crime solving.
Fuck yeah,
Shit.
I invaded.
I'm
Pretty-
really into this genre of anime, the sci-fi
Mysteries,
mystery
crimes.
crime. I've gotten really into these. These are fucking cool. So yeah, I recommend it.
next,
it up.
What's next? What's next?
Mother of Goddesses Dormitory.
One thing I want to say about this show. A few things I want to say about this show.
Go for it.
I don't like anything Shota. I'm just not about that.
Is that what it is?
Yes,
Nice.
but
Okay.
in the same vein, the main character is kind of cool. He seems all right.
He's wholesome.
Yeah. One thing I do find myself doing when the show airs is putting it off for 2 days because I don't really want to watch it. Because it's not like really good at all.
It's it's just fan service. That's all it is.
Literally all it is. Like with the last episode, I was a little more invested because we got some plot and stuff. But in the same, again, I hate saying that again, in the same vein. I'm still just like, I don't care if this like just stops. Like it wouldn't bother me.
Yeah, I kind of play on my phone while I have it on.
Yeah, it's the one show where I don't pay too much attention.
No.
It's It's meh.
I find myself trying to figure out other things to do while it's on.
And I don't know why I drop it. I'm gonna end up finishing it, even though
I'm gonna finish. It's just fan service. Fuck it.
that's all it is. Just fan service.
I need some fun, haha, fan service bullshit.
Right, so I know what not to watch.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah,
not
I would
recommend
not
it.
recommend it. Yeah.
What do we got next?
I mean, if you want me to go through things I'm watching, I can. If not, we can just end it here.
If you
want
want,
to?
is there anything you really
the
feel
one-
exceptional?
There's two, actually. One, I want to say the Idaten Deities Know Only Peace. This show is so fucking good, and it's absolutely nothing what I expected. So when we were looking on live chart of shows that were coming out, we saw this one. This is the show that had the really long-tongued girl that looked like a belly dancer
Oh yeah,
from Mappa.
yeah.
It is no fan service whatsoever. The show's actually really fucked up,
Really?
like super fucked up.
Ooh, I would not expect that.
The first episode near the end, I think it was the first or second episode near the end, a nun is actually in a village that's getting completely pillaged by a demon lord army, and 4 men rape her while she cries to God for help.
Jesus.
She literally cries to God for help, and then like the next episode, she's like, "Well, I guess there was never a God in the first place."
Holy.
Wow, that
like
is
it's
dark.
Wow.
it's fucked up,
That is
dude.
dark.
And then you go to the Idaten Deities, they're just like, woohoo, and they like kill each other because it makes them stronger or some shit. I don't get it. But like, there's so much plot to it I wasn't expecting.
Mhm.
And there's just a lot of it that's just kind of fucked.
That's dark.
The other one I want to mention is Sunny Boy. Sunny Boy, it has like, I'm going to start with how it looks. It looks like it came straight from like 2002, like Lucky
Mhm.
Star almost.
I like that.
Not
I like
big
that.
eyes wise, but like in terms of how
Rough.
not clean.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even call it rough even. It just doesn't look clean. It looks like what you would expect like hand-drawn animation to look like. Almost.
Nietzsche just
Sing
got-
Yesterday for me.
Yes.
That show
that's
looked
very rough.
rough.
I'll show pictures to you guys at the end just because it'll make
Okay.
it easier to explain because it's really hard to explain how it looks. It just looks old.
Mhm.
Ikebukuro the same way. I don't know about that show.
No,
but
it
in
looks-
terms of
It's the
Sing
same
Yesterday
as
for
Sing
Me.
Yesterday for me.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look like that at all. It looks like if you took like an animation from like 2002 and put it into present day, that's almost what it looks like.
Fuck,
Sailor
you could go
Moon.
back to 2008.
Not really.
You could
Maybe
go back-
it might be a little bit farther than 2002, but like that's the era I think of when I see it.
No, I'm just using an example because I'm watching a show from 2008 right now. Whoa, does it look old?
It's weird.
It is weird. I'm like, 2008's like the huge prime for technology. I'm
I was
like,
watching-
This looks so old.
I watched Azumanga. That show came out in 2002.
That's pretty old.
That is
Yeah,
That is old.
And I watched it, I was like, oh, dude, this has to be like way older than 2002. No. Fucking 2002. I was like, this looks fucking weird.
Have you guys ever seen a show from the 90s?
I don't think so.
Maybe.
Crazy. Just fucking so different in every way.
But going back to Sunny Boy, the whole show is very Lord of the Flies-esque, where it's a bunch of kids stranded and they try to form like a way to understand what's going on and things like that. It's not exactly the same because they don't, like, one kid doesn't try to take power and bullshit and whatever.
Yeah.
I hated Lord of the Flies. Besides the point, fuck that book. The whole show is about kids that get thrown to they call it this world with like emphasis on the this because it's a completely different world that they're in their high school. And they all have found out, like they've all found themselves to have special powers, but not all of them have these special powers. So it turns into like a mix of all of these kids are trying to survive on their own and figure out how to get back, while also dealing with the fact that there's people with power that are definitely going to use that to control the people without power and things like that, as well as like subplots with already power arcs between people that have power and things like that. It is very interesting show, and it's another show I actually find myself excited to watch every week.
I planned to pick it up, but
It's only
I just
like
never got
2
around to
episodes
it.
in.
Yeah, and it just aired like really recently.
Like it's only like 2 or 3 episodes. You could get into
I could,
it.
yeah, because I'm really not watching all that much.
No, you're watching 8 shows.
Yeah,
It doesn't even feel like 8.
pretty cringe, buddy.
Hey, I want to take a breather.
Like
I finished
the two
Overlord,
shows
and-
I would recommend to you guys before they take off with their whole 12 episodes is Idaten and Sunny Boy.
Idaten is the two you just talked about, right?
Mhm.
Okay. With the nun.
Yes. That show is like beyond what I expected,
Mhm.
and it's very entertaining, and the art style is very weird. Also, one of the characters is Hanako from Toilet Bound Hanako-kun.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I heard the voice. I was like, I know this voice exactly.
Yeah.
I know who this is. And
When
I like,
season 2?
who knows?
Never.
But yeah, those are my 2 recommendations from the Luke.
Not
From
bad.
the
Not
Luke.
bad.
The Luke.
So, pretty good anime season. I mean, we have J-Sama tonight.
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
we are doing a
with,
watch party.
With this episode being about anime, next week we will talk. Nah, we'll give it some time. Should we talk J-Sama next week?
I don't think it'll take long. We'll have a single episode to go over.
Jay probably isn't watching it.
Jay isn't watching anything this season.
No.
No. I mean, we can probably already assume that J-Sama is going to be awesome.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, let's not talk
Yeah,
about
we
it.
won't.
We just won't.
We'll let the viewers experience the second highest demon lord themselves. I'm cool with that.
That's fine
Yeah,
with me.
I think that's
All right.
it. I love Sensho. Shout out to Hungry Man. Please give us $60,000 and a new Chevy and Wi-Fi router, new chairs, a new desk.
Hey, Hungry Man, we want to be backed by a multi-million-dollar corporation so we can rise to the top and piss Twitter off.
And then
So if you-
shit on everyone in trash tags.
Yeah, and then shit on everyone. So if you could do that, that'd be awesome. Thanks, Hungry Man. All right, guys, that's the end of the episode of the Hello Harem podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you found anything interesting or exciting, go ahead and share the podcast. Leave a like, leave a comment, hit the bell button because it really helps us out. Subscribe, please. I don't want to go down anymore. So
If you guys have friends that you think would enjoy this, why don't you tell them to give us a listen, maybe? If
Yeah.
you even made it this far in this 2-hour episode.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
was a long one.
So go ahead and do all that stuff. That we'd really appreciate it. In all honesty, we'll catch you guys next week on 55.
Guys, we do not charge a fee for listening to the podcast. The only thing we do ask is that if you do find something interesting, you share the podcast with a friend. That's our fee. Is one
Leave
share.
some comments. Put us in that YouTube algorithm.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. And wait, but did you end it yet?
No.
Okay. I forget the guy's name, but he wants us to play Fruits of Gasia.
Oh, Fruits of Grisea.
Fruits of Grisea. We're getting there. All right. We just got to plan it all out. We will play that game for you. I promise. The Harem delivers. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.
My ass.